Start your journey on the Grey Ogre Games Invitational for 2017.
Everyone stands a shot to qualify for the championships by participating in our daily and monthly events leading up to the seasonal qualifiers. Earn points by playing the format of your choice, and you might find yourself vying for a piece of the $5,000 prize pool.
Follow the action through our extensive video coverage on Twitch and YouTube. For more information, visit greyogregames.com/invitational.
Start playing today to earn your spot in the Grey Ogre Games Invitational.
Start your journey on the Grey Ogre Games Invitational for 2017.
Everyone stands a shot to qualify for the championships by participating in our daily and monthly events leading up to the seasonal qualifiers. Earn points by playing the format of your choice, and you might find yourself vying for a piece of the $5,000 prize pool.
Follow the action through our extensive video coverage on Twitch and YouTube. For more information, visit greyogregames.com/invitational.
Start playing today to earn your spot in the Grey Ogre Games Invitational.
Start your journey on the Grey Ogre Games Invitational for 2017.
Everyone stands a shot to qualify for the championships by participating in our daily and monthly events leading up to the seasonal qualifiers. Earn points by playing the format of your choice, and you might find yourself vying for a piece of the $5,000 prize pool.
Follow the action through our extensive video coverage on Twitch and YouTube. For more information, visit greyogregames.com/invitational.
Start playing today to earn your spot in the Grey Ogre Games Invitational.
Start your journey on the Grey Ogre Games Invitational for 2017.
Everyone stands a shot to qualify for the championships by participating in our daily and monthly events.
Hello everyone and welcome to our Wednesday night weekly modern tournament here at Grey Ogre Games. It's more than modern. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts alongside the suit, Mr. James Church-Morley.
It's good to be back, Mick.
It's good to have you back.
It's good to be back.
It's been 2 long, lonely weeks. I've been so lonely.
I know. I've missed you. I've missed you in a way that a fraternal brother misses their sibling after. No, I've been
good to be missed.
Yeah, it's it's been a busy couple of weeks. I've been traveling Asia.
You've been everywhere.
Been all over the shop, but I'm back in Singapore now.
All right.
And I'm looking forward to watching some modern.
Yes, that's nice. Speaking of watching some modern, we're watching Alejandro Renaga Rodriguez, and he's playing against Kong Chong Ting. I think we should shorten down Alejandro's name because it's almost touching like the score. Almost.
You can go Alejandro Rodriguez.
Alejandro Rodriguez. Well, Alejandro R. Rodriguez.
Something like that, yeah.
And you got to roll that R. I'm guessing.
I can't.
The Rodriguez.
Can't do it.
No, you can't do it.
Can't do it. Very English.
Rodriguez.
Very English.
It'll be right. How do you go? Like
Rodriguez.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rodriguez.
That's something like that. That's too American. But if it's something like that. Something like that. It's
you can get the the emphasis.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But you can't just
the cadence of the word. Yeah, the pronunciation. I get it. It's all you know. It's all foreign to me. It's all foreign to me.
And looks like Alejandro is playing maybe red black hollow one.
He's got a Gurmag Angler, so he's
like
playing
Grixis Delve or Grixis Death Shadow.
Yeah, so he's got Bloodghasts. There's a Bloodghast in hand. There's 2 Street Wraiths. So he's playing something. He's playing something that puts cards into the graveyard, and then gets them back again.
Yeah.
So I assume those. I think he's got 2. He's got two Bloodghasts. Yeah, double.
Oh wow, he gives up the.
No, a Bloodghast and Street Wraith goes to the graveyard.
Oh, he gives out the Street Wraith. That is.
And then cycles the second Street Wraith.
Strange, yeah.
It seems like this is a Death Shadow.
Yeah, this has
deck.
To be a Death Shadow type of deck, but like, more looks like it's got more threats than just Death Shadow. It's got Gurmag Angler. It's got
the Bloodghast.
It's got Bloodghast, which can come like they can come back, and that's the thing. Like, you don't immediately want to slam a land and bring the Bloodghast back, especially against Chongting's deck. Like, he is playing traditional Tron. Like, this looks like monocolor Tron, or maybe it's green Tron. Oh yeah, it's green Tron. So Sylvan's Crying. Yep, going to start exiling one of your cards.
Yep.
Very strong.
And yeah, this is a bit of a hybrid that we haven't seen before, and I haven't really seen. Or I say on the circuit as if I'm on the circuit, in tournament results, in tournament data,
right?
Like, what you normally see is the Grixis Death Shadow deck, which has the Street Wraiths, has the Death Shadows, has maybe 1 or 2 Gurmag Anglers, or you see the Hollow One deck, which comes in different colours, which have the Faithless Lootings
and the Goblin Law,
the Goblin Law, which I can see in hand, but you don't
see
smash
like
them together, right? Yeah, with the blood, and then you've got the Bloodghast as well.
So I think this is just like the not Grixis Death Shadow, but this is probably the Hollow One.
Yeah,
generally the Hollow One deck.
Yeah, and I think Chongteng's saying you can have some
blood.
You can have some Bloodghast, and he's saying in response, I'm just going to get rid of that Relic of Progenitus. Alejandro reading the Relic of Progenitus. Interesting. It just gets rid of your graveyard. It makes you very sad.
Oh no, he should have. No, all of it goes exile.
All of it goes away.
All of it goes
exile.
exile.
So the land comes in.
I think he should have gone with. Does he have a fetch land? No.
No, he doesn't. He played fetch land turn 1. He played a Steam Vents turn 1 to get the
Gurmag Angler just stuck in his
Gurmag Angler's
hand.
gonna look sad.
No, you should have just you should have just fired off that Gurmag Angler first.
Interestingly, he played into the Relic of Progenitus, like he knows it's on the table, but he was still discarding cards with the with the Faithless Looting, and then like going, I'll play my land, but it can still. Maybe he thought it needed to be tapped as well, so tap sacrifice. Yeah. But it's just 1 and sacrifice.
That's so strange.
Yeah.
I would have played that Gurmag Angler first. Like, that Chongting has the ability to just reset everything that you've done.
Yeah.
And I think that's just a bit, that's just a little bit careless on Alejandro's part. Like, that's not how you would try to play around a Relic of Progenitors. Like, it's there.
Yeah.
You know it's going to get rid of your Bloodghast, so you might as well just get rid of your Bloodghast by yourself.
Yeah. Under the lights in the spotlight. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we're going to see a really good turn from Chongteng now, because he has an Ugin in hand, and he's got Tron. He's got his so he's going to cycle with his Chromatic Star. Draw a card. He's got the Forest.
Mm-hmm.
That's land number. That's mana number 8. We're going to make a nice big Ugin, or maybe he makes a Walking Blister for 4.
Who knows? No, it's gonna be an Ugin, right?
Yep. Yeah, Ugin.
Ugin -2, probably. Maybe he takes up and just blows it up. I think you take up, yeah. At this point, like, you're not going down.
Yeah.
On haste, you just blow it up, and then hit your opponent again, draw 7 cards. Ugin goes really, really fast. For those of you who aren't familiar with the card, and we haven't seen that. We haven't seen Ugin in a long while.
Yeah.
It +2. So it starts at 7. +2 Ugin deals 3 damage to target creature or player. And note that it can deal to player as well. -X, each permanent with converted mana cost, each colored permanent with converted mana cost X or less, that's one or more colors, so you exile all of them. And then the -10. This one's the like killer. Draw 7, you gain 7 life, draw 7 cards, then put 7 permanent cards from your hand onto the battlefield. And guess what? You know, Tron kind of has like really big
stuff.
Big permanents. And talking about big permanents here, looks like a walking ballista for 4 is just going to pass the turn. This lightning bolt is not going to be very, very effective.
And it's so Chongteng I think has an Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger in hand as well.
Oh,
which he's going to be able to cast next turn.
And that's just going to wreck.
Yeah, that's going to be it. Yeah, and Alejandro is soon enough. Interesting, you said the -10 on the Ugin is the killer. It's the -X.
Is the
I think
-X?
the
No,
minus
the
X. The -X is the one that you play Ugin on turn 4 and you're like, well, you're not gonna
-X can -X leaves Ugin a little bit vulnerable. It does, like, it's a board wipe, right? I mean, anything in Chongteng's deck, like we talk about Oblivion Stone, we talk about All Is Dust, like that's going to be a board wipe. Fine, you can rebuild from board wipes. Alejandro's deck, relies on cards being in the graveyard, so he doesn't mind that cards like go to the graveyard. Okay, so the -X is kind of a downer because that exiles cards. But yeah, that's a board wipe. I mean, like you can't. It's hard to play around board wipes. But you can rebuild, and you can play. I mean, you can play around board wipes, but you can also rebuild, right? So
and I think against some decks in Modern, that -X is just such a killer.
Yeah.
Right. It just comes down and they go -3, and you're just like, oh no,
that goes on my combo.
That's like my whole team. That's everything. That's all my cards. And it is
That's all my Jun.
Yeah, exactly. That's all my junk. Yeah, that's all my mana efficient, non-synergistic creatures that I'm just playing in green, black, and red that go together.
Well.
Yeah.
-4, like everything's gone. I guess. That's assuming like there's no hand disruption whatsoever. But I mean, like,
and we see Ugin out of Fate Reforged, and the art on the screen is the one from the special Fate Reforged pack. That you got there. There was like a special pack but it only sees play in this deck in Modern.
Yeah, which is unfortunate. I mean, like, it's such a powerful card.
Yeah.
For being a colorless planeswalker, but I mean, we're seeing, Khan being played in Affinity now. Like, colorless planeswalkers somehow or another are pretty good. But Ugin, of course, being very, very like high costed. To a point where maybe it's a bit overcosted. For normal decks to play. I wonder if there's any deck that can generate like a really, a lot of mana, a shit ton of mana.
So it either has to be a dedicated ramp deck, or it has to be an Eldrazi deck, which just goes and gets, your Tron lands.
Right.
So it has to be one of those two. But if you're playing a dedicated ramp deck in Modern, and I don't think there is a dedicated ramp deck in Modern. I think the closest you come to is these sort of like mono green.
That mono green.
Yeah, the mono green devotion decks at Nykthos. But then the combo for them is, why would I get an Ugin? I would
wipe out my board.
Well, you just do the combo Tooth and Nail, Entwine, get Emrakul, Xenagos, Xenagos,
exactly.
God of Revels, and just go, well, I'm going to take you for 30 with haste with Emrakul, and you're dead. Yeah. And that costs 9 mana to Entwine, Tooth and Nail. So for one more mana, you may as well just go and get that, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just the fact it is a colorless planeswalker and it's a board wipe for the Eldrazi decks, and it's the +3, doing 3 damage to an opponent is a good way to, once you can lock them out, is just I'm -X and I start 3 I get a free lightning bolt every turn.
Yeah.
While going up in loyalty by +2.
Free Ghostfire.
Oh, sorry, you're quite right. A free Ghostfire, which costs 2 in a red. But yes,
exactly.
but you get a free lightning bolt Ghostfire every turn, and that's a good way to close out the game.
Yeah, so it wins you the game on its own. I mean, anything in the the Tron decks generally wins you the game on its own. You drop a Khan, like usually wins the game. You drop
Thought Not Seer into Reality Smasher. Yeah, they win the game.
So it's a little bit questionable whether they win you a game.
They do.
Temple, or Temple,
Thought Not Seer. We love that.
Reality Smasher.
Okay,
so this is really, Alejandro's deck is really the what you call it?
Black Red Hollow one.
Hollow one deck.
Yeah, so Flamebane Adept is the key for that. So interesting.
I like that he's got Gurmag Angler in it.
Well, he's moved to Street Wraiths as well. I don't think the Black Red Hollow One deck normally plays Street Wraiths.
It does. Because you discard cards.
Yeah, but you discard cards. You would discard Street Wraith to cycle it. You wouldn't discard it to a Faithless Looting, for example.
Yeah, you wouldn't discard it to a Faceless Looting.
But
so
you're
I
just
think
cycling. But it doesn't really.
No, but you are able to discard a card for free.
No,
That's
I
the
know.
thing.
I guess so. Yeah, if you want to get tricky with Flame Bed Adept, but it just I don't know
It's
about that.
just
I don't know
okay
about
only,
that. Yeah,
right?
I don't think it's good. I don't think it's that great. You know, the red black hollow one decks have like the targeted discard where I'm Faithless Looting, I'm discarding a Bloodghast, or I'm discarding something like a Flamewake Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
Discarding a Street Wraith on the back end of a Faithless Looting doesn't seem that good.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem that
Okay.
good. And but yeah. So yeah, so I'm gonna see a Burning Inquiry.
Is there gonna
Red,
be a hollow
draw
one
3,
inside?
discard 3 at random.
Wow,
No, so a
okay,
second
so
Burning Inquiry.
Inquiry
and a Faithless
in the
Looting.
graveyard. So that's +3 +3 +0.
Yeah.
Maybe a Faithless Looting to follow that up.
Just discard all the cards.
Yeah.
And this is the power of the Hollow One decks, right? Even with that Hollow One, is if you can play the turn, you can cast second Flame Blade Adept, and you're like, well, I'm just going to start discarding cards, but I'm going to start discarding cards that want to be discarded. Like I'm going to discard more Faithless Lootings,
more Faithless Lootings, more
Yeah.
Bloodghast, more
Yeah.
and then power up your Flame Blade Adept, in the later turns as well.
Yeah, and two, we see that Alejandro's got a second Flame Blade Adept in hand,
Mm-hmm.
but if he can get 2 of those on, and then next turn.
And
You know,
next turn go like a Goblin Law
Or something like that.
do-
Or we
yeah.
know he can flashback a Faithless Looting, so there's going to be a lot of damage on the board there. Oh, so he's going for a Swamp, so he
He went for
can't.
a
So he
swamp?
can't cast his second Flame Blade Adept.
I think you can go greedy, right? I mean, get
Blood
get
Crypt.
Blood Crypt.
But I guess you only get a Swamp if you want to play a spell right now.
What, Thought Seize?
So, I don't know. We're going to find out. Oh, he's got Gurmag Anger in hand.
I know
but
he's
it
got
doesn't
Gurmag
have
Anger,
the
he's
mana
got-
for it. Is he-
Yeah.
So it's not like he's representing Fatal Push because this deck has no Fatal Push targets in it.
No.
And he fetched from main phase as well. Relic of Progenitus,
Oh,
remove
not
a card. So we're
again.
going to see the same thing again.
You see? Oh, gosh. Alejandro, I hope you watch this video again. I think that was the wrong line. You should have gotten a Blood Crypt or at least a Mountain because you got a Blood Crypt in hand. Get a Mountain, play the other Flame Blade Adept, other Flame Blade Adept. Force Chongting to use the Relic of Progenitus right now. And then you are free reign. I mean, you are free reign even if you just cast like Faithless Looting into Faithless Looting. That's an additional 8 power on the board.
Yeah.
Next turn, that's 2 and 4. Faithless Looting usually nets you into other Faithless Lootings or other discard outlets.
Yeah.
And playing into like double black just for your Bloodghast is not the way to go.
No, I mean, I don't think it's inconsequential, right? That that Swamp could have been a blood crypt. You're not against the Tron deck. You're not going to lose by them dealing you the last 2 points of damage.
No.
They deal damage in chunks of 10.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
so
that's-
they deal damage in chunks of 10, and then taking 20 cards from your library and putting them into exile. Or they deal damage in, I'm going to exile every card from your hand with Khan until so
until
it's
you give up, right?
the 2 points of damage, the 2 points of life you're saving by not searching for that Blood Crypt is not like it's not a clock concern, right? The Tron deck,
Yeah.
it's not a clock, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what he's playing into. So he's now played out the second Flame Blade Adept. So
Galahad in the Twitch chat, and yeah, if you guys want to interact with us, there's always the Facebook chat and there's the Twitch chat. We watch both. Galahad says decks like KCI really rely more on their combos than on just walkers to win. Yes,
Yeah.
that's true. That's true. I mean, having like a one-off Ugin in KCI is still very, very powerful. It can, generate. Yeah, I forgot about KCI. Like, it generates a really lot of mana.
So the thing I have with KCR, right, is that if you get the loop started, it generates like as much mana as you want, right?
Yep.
So an Ugin is the same as an Emrakul.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, okay. So
But-
you
but-
might as well just play the Emerald.
You might as well play the most ridiculous colorless card, right? Because if you can get to 8, you can get to 15.
Yeah.
Because it's just a loop. So yeah, so I wanna go back to this decision actually. So we saw Alejandro get the Swamp turn 2, but he didn't tap it for anything. So he could have just got a Blood Crypt tapped if he wanted to save the 2 life, as well. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless he's got only one Blood Crypt in the deck.
No, we saw 2 Blood Crypts in the first game.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
true. No, that one of them was a
Black Cleave Cliffs.
Black Cleave Cliffs, yeah.
Okay.
So maybe he's got only one like
Maybe.
Blood Crypt in the deck.
I don't know. We'll find out afterwards. So
Because
yeah.
generally, oh yeah, okay, that's true. Yeah, fetch goes down to 16.
Yeah. So do you see the Thoughtseize there?
Oh wow, okay.
So Stomping Ground.
So yeah, he could have gone in a Stomping Ground, right? He could have gone in a Black Crypt.
Yeah. So,
Or does Alejandro have a Thoughtseize?
no, he has. There was a Thoughtseize in the deck,
Oh, right. Okay.
but this feels like a turn where he wants to be discarding some cards to the Flamebladed Depths.
He could Thoughtseize himself.
He could. So you see a Gurmag Anger in hand as well.
Yeah.
Attack for 4. Okay, so you see a Gurmag Anger and a Bloodgast.
Yeah, but
In
he can't
hand.
cast the Gurmag Angler.
No, he can't. He just
He's
casts
got
a
to be
Bloodgast.
worried about... I think you don't cast anything. You got to be worried about Ugin coming down next turn. And you want to... You know, if Ugin hits the battlefield next turn, like your board is just -2 and your board basically goes away.
Yeah. And then there's no pressure from you to follow up afterwards because
Yeah.
Gurmag Angler's just
It's like
sad in hand, right? And the Bloodgast is just inconsequential.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think, man, Alejandro is just playing this all wrong. You know.
So Chongteng's going to go crack his Expedition map and just get another tower.
Yeah,
Chongteng
finish up the set.
Chongteng has all the land now. He has all of the mana that he could
Yeah.
ever want.
No, he's got enough mana to cast the Ulamog.
He does. Yeah, he'll have
Ulamog, get rid of the 2...
that's an Oblivion Stone. Draw for turn.
Gosh, you can just like Oblivion Stone and just blow up.
Yeah, and you feel like Alejandro needed to kill Chongteng on that turn. That was the turn he needed to kill him because
Yeah. So that's...
Surgical Extraction
Okay.
on Ancient Grudge. Is that
He gets rid of the Ancient Grudge. That I feel is a little strange, right? Because...
what's he worried about? Because I guess is he worried about is he going to play that line sort of
He's
sets up an
gonna go
Oblivion Stone, right?
Yeah,
and blow up the world.
Okay, so Oblivion Stone, I see why. Okay, I can see why he does that because like Oblivion Stone, and then Alejandro, you know, goes to do it end step, and you're forced to blow up the world like now, and then you know Alejandro just drops a land and you're screwed.
Yep.
Right. So another Bloodgast that will actually, you know, there's no point at this, you know, at this stage. Just swinging with the team.
Yeah, Chongteng's waiting. He's like, "You're going to attack? Hang on a second. Let me tap these
Yeah,
lands and crack this
go like
Oblivion Stone."
5
Yeah,
5 mana, jibabo, gonna blow up the entire world.
and the whole team's going to go away.
And at this point, I think since the whole team has gone away, you cast that Gurmag Angler.
He's having a think. Yeah, Gurmag Angler coming down now.
Oh wow, this all no. Pay the extra, pay the extra 2 mana and then you know.
And then leave Bloodgast in the graveyard. Yep. So I mean, I don't see.
Okay,
A
my only
Ulamog
explanation is
he'll
just
get a
that,
card.
you
Okay,
know.
well, all right, and now Khan's going to mop up this game, and that exile.
Okay, the my only explanation for this is that you know Alejandro is just not familiar with the deck.
Yeah, and a second Oblivion Stone.
Yeah, that's gonna seal the deal, man.
So I'm just wondering what he can. So Faithless Looting is a draw. Yeah, Faithless Looting. So fine. Draw 2. Discard my Bloodgast. Discard one of my lands. Yep. Play my Bloodstained Maya.
Get back the
Get
Bloodgast.
back my Bloodgast.
Swing into the face. Swing into the face, please. Swing into the face.
Dead lightning bolt on top of the deck.
Yes.
Lightning bolt on top. Yeah,
That
he does it.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Correct.
We're
That is
still
correct.
in the. Alejandro needs a runner off the top of the deck. Well, he's got some time, right?
No.
He does,
Yeah. Okay.
there's
So
no time. If he's playing off the top of his deck, the Ugin just exile from your hand is not of any consequence. An Ulamog exiling 2 lands doesn't matter because he has enough red mana to cast a lightning bolt off the top of his deck.
Yeah.
You know, but we're playing off the top of the deck now.
So what I was thinking was that Alejandro has 3 more draws because if let's say Chongting doesn't get rid of that land, Alejandro is just going to fetch, go down to 15.
Yep.
Next turn, activate the Faithless Looting.
Mm-hmm.
Get that one card is going to turn into a lightning bolt or
You
something
hope.
like
We
that.
hope.
Yeah, we hope.
Just a question of, do you think Alejandro sized out the lightning bolt in the Tron matchup because it's actually not very good against... That's the thing, right? It's not that good against the...
Yeah, more Thought Seizers are better than
Yeah,
lightning
Thought Seizers are
bolts.
better. And, we saw Blood Moons in the deck. No, I don't know. I don't think they start in the main board of the... So maybe he's drawing life for nothing, but...
So that's the thing. Like, if he had cast Gurmag Angler for everything, right, he would have won the game last turn.
Yeah.
Right?
Or
he dropped the land,
Here we
get
go.
back the 3 Goblin
Law. Okay.
Oh, man.
So do you like Faithless Looting here, or do you like Goblin Law?
I like Faithless Looting.
What, the controlled draw discard?
Yes.
Okay. But with the mana, the way it stands, he needs to Faithless Looting into a Lightning Bolt because he can't Faithless Looting, then Goblin Law into the Lightning Bolt.
He
No,
could Faithless Looting.
no,
Because Goblin Law nets you one extra
sorry.
card.
This will...
Yeah.
So Blood Moon and a land. Discard both of those.
Yeah. And keep the Goblin Law.
But he doesn't have what I'm saying. He can't win this turn because he doesn't have the mana because he can't draw a land and a lightning bolt, and he has to pay 2 to play the Goblin Law.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So so he needs to hit a lightning bolt. But if he hits a lightning bolt, then it's going to get exiled from his hand.
Yep.
So the question is, I think the decision is to discard the Blood Moon and the land.
Why is he putting it into the battlefield?
You've got to discard 2, discard 2,
cards,
discard 2,
man.
discard 2. Yeah. So I think you discard the land is inconsequential. The Blood Moon. Oh, he's discarded the Goblin Law.
No, this is how you do not win games.
So right. So there is a tension, right? Okay. The tension is he Goblin Laws into 4 lightning bolts. He discards 3 of them. Chongting just exiles a card from his hand, which is his last.
Yeah, no,
So
but
it's-
it doesn't really matter because unless Alejandro here. Okay, so here's how I think it can go. You Goblin Law.
Wait, it's too late now. Wormcoil Engine has just hit him.
Yeah,
one
I know.
time.
You Goblin Law, but that would hopefully put an Ancient Grudge in
Oh, you got
the
Ancient Grudge.
graveyard,
Okay, yeah.
right? With your and then a land, and then you play the land, which hopefully fetches 4 green.
Yeah.
That's the way out of that situation.
We're playing all of
Right.
the what ifs right now.
The what
so-
ifs, yeah. No, but I mean, like, you have to when you're in this situation, like, you have to you're 1 lightning bolt away from killing your opponent. This is what you have to do, and this is what you have to think of. Like, how many oh no, Ancient Grudges all got taken out by by
Surgical Extraction. Yeah. So he kept the Blood Moon in hand. Presumably he's going to play the Blood Moon, but yeah, and he's shaking hand.
Against
But at this point against the Tron deck, when they actually have 7 lands on the table,
yeah, it
doesn't matter if they're
Yeah.
7 mountains because they can still play everything in the deck apart from a Nulamog.
Yeah, Shake saying Grudge already got surgical. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Tough
Gosh,
one. A tough one.
No,
one.
So here's the thing. Like, had he paid the extra 2 mana
Yeah.
for that damn Gurmag Angler.
Hang on a second. Let me get your pedestal for you so I can.
Right.
Yeah. No. I understand. Yeah, it's difficult because then you leave the Bloodghast. You get the Bloodghast back next turn.
Because I think people are, people learn the plays from the pros,
Yeah.
and this is what happens, that you don't understand why the pros do a certain thing that way. They are not paying the full cost of Gurmag Angler. Why are they not paying the full cost of Gurmag Angler? Why are they exiling certain
Yeah.
cards from the deck?
Yeah.
So and these sometimes the pros, like the feature match, the people just don't explain it sometimes, and it just it goes beyond like frustration that they don't explain like why the pros do such things when they when they do it right. They only explain it when they do it wrong, right? Like what we're doing right now. No, but I mean, like, we're preempting it, right?
Yeah.
We're preempting it. We're telling you, like, what
Yeah.
what actually is the right thing.
And
to
it
do.
goes to this, right? Magic is hard.
Yeah, Magic is hard.
Magic's
like,
a hard game. There's no two ways about it. It's a hard game. It's super difficult to play.
when you're sitting at home playing against the wall, like, the
Yeah.
deck is awesome. The deck. I just saw a comic strip today by the now defunct and closed what's that, Cardboard Crack,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, yeah, this deck is awesome. Like, this deck is awesome.
I saw that
this
as
deck
well.
is
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
This
yeah.
deck is awesome. This deck sucks.
Yeah.
And then a few moments later, this deck is awesome.
And obviously, you know, the viewers at home, we sit here.
We have much more information.
We have like basically perfect information.
I won't
So
say we have perfect information, but
we have
like,
a lot.
good-
Of, well, we have a lot more information. Like we know what's in both players' hands.
Yeah.
For example, we know what decks people are playing.
and we're not like sitting and sweating at the table, right?
No, and that is. I tell you what, that is.
we're
It's
sitting and
always
sweating
harder.
here at
It's hard.
the table.
It's
yeah.
hard to play. You know, I have to say the bird's eye view of Magic makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
But having the the sitting on one side of the table view, it's a lot more difficult.
Mm.
And it's hard. And and the red black hollow one deck is a complicated deck to play. Because
Yeah,
it has unintuitive lines of play. Like
and because you have to deal
discarding.
with percentages, right? You have to deal
Yeah.
with statistics.
all of the discarding, like what happens if I hit this with my Goblin Law, like what happens on Burning Inquiry, Faithless Looting, what am I discarding, what
You
do I
have
need
to
3 turns later.
You have to change plans on the fly, you know.
Yeah.
So
So it's a hard deck, and especially against Tron, where it's just like you need to assemble the pressure quickly. You need to put a clock on them.
like turn 3, turn 4.
Yeah, because if
gotta
you
try
don't
to
put a
get-
clock on them, then you're going to lose because they're the king of the late game.
yeah.
They'll just drop a Ugin, like we said. They'll just minus it, and you'll be like, well, that was fun. I had a great time playing Magic, and I'll go and...
I'll see you guys next time.
Exactly. So it is hard, and, it's hard to play, especially in the feature match.
All right.
It's
Anyway.
high stakes at Modern Tournament. Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to go for a short break. We'll be back with round 2 in a short while. So don't go away. Remember, you can join us on the stream regularly Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Singapore time. You can also join us. Well, is there a tournament this weekend? No. Next weekend? Yeah, Battleborn release, right? I'm going to play. I'm going to try the 3-0 again. We'll talk about that next round. Again. 3-0 again, please.
Humble brags.
If you missed the stream, can go down to youtube.com/GreyOgreGames, watch our replays, and head on down to our website, greyogregames.com, find out more about the invitationals and how you can compete. And remember, if you like what you hear and see, make sure you like and subscribe and share all the good stuff. Well, on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram.
You stolen my all social media drop.
All of the
social medias. Find us on all of the social media.
Right. Okay, we are going to take a break. We'll be right back, so don't go away. Hello! Whoa. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our weekly modern tournament here at Grey Ogre Games. It's more than modern. My name is Mick. I'm your host for tonight. We are watching the match here between Nakao Takahiro on the right hand side and Ko Mengshen on the left. Mengshen's been known to play quite a few decks, so this will be interesting to watch. Nakao, on the other hand, I'm not quite sure what he's playing, but he too has a lot of funky decks. Oh, cool. So we're having a special here at Grey Ogre Games. It's a chance to win the opportunity to draft with a Magic legend during GP Singapore, and you might want to, if you play in the store, you'll be given the opportunity to you get a coupon basically, and you can put it into the lucky draw box. And at the end of the day, we'll pick 7 other players to draft with You'll find out who when you come and get one of those coupons, but you'll find out who you're going to be drafting with. Needless to say, I think it's a great opportunity to get to know the man, and you might want to bring cards down for the guy to sign. All right, so back to the game. Looks like Mengxuan's playing green, white, good stuff. Maybe a what do you call it? Oh, you can see it there, so anybody can read it out. Why do you put it on the camera, Mark? Why? There we are. Okay, fine. Whatever cares. Nobody cares. Cass will be joining the stream soon, hopefully. Alright. Cut it up, square it up. And Nakao here gonna take a mulligan. It looks like Nakao's playing 5-color humans. No lands, unfortunately. He's got to ship it back. Now dropping down to 4 cards. But humans is a crazy explosive deck. And you know, it can you know, just kill you within the first 3 or 4 turns. Okay, maybe not 3 or 4 turns. Like it gains more than enough advantage within the first like 3 or 4 turns that like there's no way you're coming back from it. Nakao here looks like he's gonna bottom that card, not a land. Mengxuan here just taking loads and loads of damage. Gonna start with Birds of Paradise. That's gonna definitely go unanswered. I don't think there's anything that Nakao really can do. And Mengxuan here should know what's up. Colors land into now the parish. Alright, 1, 2. Oh, Mengxuan's not playing a Coco deck. He's playing is this 4 colors Sahili, right? Bringing back the flavor, yeah. So 1, 2 floating mana. 3 Eldritch Evolution. Gonna sack the birds. What does Mengxuan get? Well, this is a nut draw from Mengxuan. Renegade Rallier to bring back the woodland cemetery. The wooded foothills. Gonna get another mana, but just gonna pass the turn. And next turn he's poised to just like really go off. So let's see. Alright. Nakao here going to take a peek at Mengxuan's hand. Gonna grab nothing from it, unfortunately. Finally shuffles up and cuts the deck. It looks like Mengxuan here can get a bit more value out of that. Wow, okay. Out of the Felida Guardian. So I think, alright, so he swings in, no blocks. Oh, but man, that's a... Alright, gain some mana. Gonna bounce the Renegade Rallier and bring back the Birds of Paradise. Yeah. So he gets the mana of the Lotus Cobra. Lotus Cobra, I wanna bring it up. This is a card that we haven't seen in a long while. Has had a reprint. Was at first a mythic and now is no, Mark, what did you do with the card feature? Oh, wait a minute. That's not the right feature. There we go. There we go. Yep, so Lotus Cobra, pretty good. Landfall, whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. For 2 mana, for 2/1, it's pretty good, especially if you start off with like a turn 1 birds and then follow up with, fetch land. Pretty decent. Sahilira, you got anything to respond? Nope. And the game's over. Next game, please. This is the one. I don't know why we have so many of these. Yeah, you guys saw Car BP versus Random G. Actually, it's Mengshen versus Nakao. Alright, so they go to sideboard. Let me update the score. Mengshen takes it 1 game to nothing. Tristan Bolus in the chat. Remember, you can join us on a Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Singapore time, either on Facebook if you if you look up Grey Ogre Games on Facebook, or you can join us on twitch.tv/Grey Ogre Games. Else, you can just watch it on YouTube. All the same. All the content's free. We haven't monetized any of the content, so no ads whatsoever. You can watch it for free. We do this so that you and I can get better at Magic the Gathering. Alright, Tristan Bowies, I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Matthew Bowman, this is where we will be playing in a couple of weeks. Where you guys from? Tristan, tell me, where you guys from? I suspect it's from Australia, right? Since you're coming to Singapore to play. Or you could go, if you're a GP enthusiast, I guess you could be playing at GP Vegas the week before, and then come and play GP Singapore, and maybe stay a week. I don't know if you'll be eligible, but Nationals is the week after GP Singapore, so it'll be a great training grounds for those of you who are going to play in the Nationals. Go test out a few decks. I myself have been brewing crazy decks. Crazy decks. So yeah. Okay. Oh, I gotta tell Mengshen, no, you cannot table shuffle more than once per match. Officially, you can't table shuffle more than once per match, and also it doesn't really make a lot of sense. It's you should be doing what Nakao is doing. Nakao is just like mash shuffling his deck. Yo,
What are we doing here?
I heard like Mega Mig is like Mega Man Collection. Dude, Mega Man Collection is out
On what?
on Switch.
Do you know I lost my Switch?
What?
I lost my Switch.
What happened?
Like on a plane or something.
How? You fell
wish I
asleep
knew.
and somebody took it, is it?
No, I think that I
you left it?
deplaned without like taking it. It could have been, I don't know.
Dude, you can.
Yeah, I filed for travel insurance, we'll figure it out.
No, not.
But I
travel
have
insurance.
no Switch now. So stop telling me what awesome games they are on this platform because
Well,
I don't have
Mega Man Collection.
It's
1
awesome.
and 2 are out and it's awesome. No.
What does the Mega Man Collection 1 and 2 consist of?
I think it's Mega Man 5 onwards. Mega Man 5 to Mega Man 10. Or is it Mega Man?
And it's got X1, X2, X3?
No.
None
That
of
one's
the
a Mega
X's.
Man. Yeah, Mega Man X collection will be Mega Man X1 to Mega
Well,
Man
then,
X6.
Sorry, man. I'm the Mega Man
You
original.
prefer the
Mega Man
X.
2, Mega Man 3. And
Okay,
then after
that's
that,
not-
I'm not very interested until the X's.
No,
The
Mega
X's
Man
are pretty
8
good.
is really fun. Mega
I
Man
don't-
8 is
don't
really
think I
fun
ever
because it's
played
got
that.
like an upgrade system. You collect
Oh.
screws, and then you can use the
Oh.
screws and upgrade your stuff. It's really fun.
Cool.
I think. Anyway.
Should we be talking about like Magic rather than Mega Man?
No,
No, of course not.
Of course not.
Some of my friends that I meet and like people that I meet in overseas in the booth, they say they're not interested in like the Magic commentary. Nobody's interested in the Magic commentary. Give us a shout out if you're interested in the Magic commentary rather than like the lively like snapshot we give you of like Singaporean, I don't know, life. I
The
guess.
culture and life.
Culture.
You probably just like bring up the stream and then play like a podcast. So here's the.
Yeah.
It's not even play music. Play podcast. Somebody else is talking, over the Magic game. You're paying attentively to the Magic game and listening to the podcast attentively at the same time.
Well,
I don't know
that
how
is
that
true.
works.
I don't know how that works. I don't know how much of attention you have, but so what? Nakao was playing humans, I guess.
Yes, Nakao is playing 5 colored humans.
Arguably the
and
best deck in Modern now.
Really?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, at least like tier
no.
1. Tier 1. Okay, what's your tier 1? Tell me
Okay,
what's your
my-
tier 1, Mick.
Tier 1's probably... tier 1's still gonna be Burn. It's gotta be... I won't say humans.
I think it's humans, Black Red Hollow 1, and Death Shadow.
Nah,
That's
Death
my-
Shadow,
that's my
I think
top
Death
4.
Shadows. Death Shadows.
I think the
probably
variants
top
of it are
tier
still
4.
okay. I think variants of it are still okay.
Mm.
It's still got fundamentally very strong tools. I don't know. That's me. I don't think any of the combo decks are in tier 1.
No.
Not
Don't think so.
Storm, not
I want to
not
say
Titan Shield.
okay. I want to say Abzan combo. Is
Really?
still a tier 1 deck,
Nah.
right? Because
yeah.
like it's
No,
so
it's called
many
Abzan Maverick, right?
Abzan, yeah. Oh, gosh. Guys, go back to the original. Stick with what you
Just
know.
one name,
Yeah,
guys.
I
one
know.
name.
Even
It's
like
not very
green-white
original,
combo.
dudes.
Even like green white combo is like really really very strong. So I was thinking like that might be. Who knows? Anyway, yeah.
What is our stream address?
What's the stream address? Twitch.tv/Grey Ogre Games.
Okay, just keep talking, Mick.
Yeah, double Mantis Rider on Nakao's side, and Meng Xuan here down to 9 live. Dead to a lightning bolt. Unfortunately,
Yeah, that does
Nakao's
not
deck
look
doesn't
good.
even play a lightning bolt.
Doesn't have to. I think the ball position is fairly overwhelming. Ming Shen's playing. What is Ming Shen playing?
There is a
I see Fiery Justice.
yeah.
I see. What is it?
All right, bounce, your sneaky dude.
Uh,
Beat you.
6. Oh my god.
At this point, Meng Xuan needs to like Fiery Justice his own guy, just to make sure he's.
Well, I think Fiery Justice, if you target the Phantasmal image, you're still okay because it just dies. So you need to direct 1 point of damage to that.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then you can do 3 to the. I don't know what's the best way to do this. Reflector Mage is 2-1? Am I
no,
wrong?
it's 2-3. It's 2-3.
No, sorry.
All right, so Fiery Justice here. One
It's good
on
play.
oh, this is tough. One on the
I think you killed the other Mantis Rider.
yeah, you kill the other.
you
You kill the
can't
two
block it.
Mantis Riders, and then pray that Nakao here just doesn't have what's that? The Talia's Lieutenant in hand.
Right.
Question.
Oh, Ilham is there.
Ilham, new judge.
Yeah.
No,
and,
he's not.
No, he's not a judge, but you know, he
knows
can make
the
he
game.
can make computers sentient.
Yeah.
Well, now he
Oh,
summons
no,
Mick.
no, I cannot answer this
No,
as
this
a player.
this question too complex.
as a
Only
law-abiding
Mick
citizen.
can answer. Oh no, Cass is moving forward now.
No,
Cass.
no.
Sit down, Cass. Keep the food in your mouth, Cass. As Mick goes forward to solve this judging issue, and we throw Cass. Trying to figure out what the problem actually is. Well, I'm sure Mick is going to come back and let us know what that was all about. But it looks like 1 to the Hayat, 1 to the Phantasmal Image, and 3 to the Mantis Rider. There we go.
It's a weird question.
What was the question? Mick.
Can I assign
Who asked the
Phantasmal
question,
image?
first and foremost?
So Meng Xuan asked the question. Can
Uh-huh.
I assign Phantasmal Image 0 damage as a target?
Huh, that's interesting.
no,
No, I
you
don't
must.
think it does, yeah.
if you assign something as a target, it must.
But Ming Shen dies anyway because Nakao just cast the lieutenant, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I did not know he had a lieutenant in hand, so I was
Yeah.
just saying like.
Much ado about nothing. No, I mean,
lol,
okay.
lol.
Everybody needs to play to the max of their ability. I suppose so.
Oh well. Hello there.
So
Finally
what
fo-
exactly is Ming Shen playing? I still don't know what Ming Shen is playing.
So it's the Sahili Rai deck. It's a 4-color Sahili Rai deck.
Oh.
So it's lacking black, but it's basically doing the Renegade Rallier. That whole like Renegade Rallier Lotus Cobra shtick where
all right,
you know
right.
turn one you have what's the name, Noble Hierarch or Birds of Paradise. Turn 2 Lotus Cobra, drop a land,
Fetch land preferably. Crack the
Fetch
fetch
land, yeah.
land.
crack the fetch land, drop another Lotus Cobra. Was it drop another Lotus Cobra? How do we get a second Lotus Cobra on the battlefield?
Well,
Oh yeah. Okay, so
no.
Eh?
No, it's gonna be land hierarch, land. No, so land hierarch,
Lotus Cobra,
Cobra.
land.
fetch land, crack, and then you cast another Lotus Cobra. So on turn 3, you can have like massive amounts of mana after you lay one like fetch land.
No, but
Is he supposed to do something sexy? On
Yeah, it's supposed to kill on turn 2.
kill on turn 2.
You're supposed to kill on turn 2. I forget how you do that though.
Hello, Ian. Why are you not here?
Yeah. What? What?
Why like that, bro?
What? Hey man, you're missing your opportunity to
Get
draft.
raffle tickets to
Yeah.
draft with Rob Alexander, man.
Have you all reviewed that? It's Rob
Yeah.
Alexander?
No,
Okay.
it's on the Facebook. It was announced yesterday. So Rob
Yay!
Alexander, the legendary illustrious magic artist, is going to be in the store on the 21st of June, the Thursday before GP Singapore. Very happy to bring him in. We're very happy that we're organizing this event.
Please do not bring your entire binders. For
No,
him to sign.
I mean, within reason, we'll release some rules as we get closer to the event.
Imagine like everybody just bring down all their.
Yeah, no, please don't bring your
their fetch
entire
lands.
collection of like Rob Alexander stuff, because I mean, you can get those signed in the GP, but Rob's gonna charge a fee, I think. But yeah, so the event's gonna happen on Thursday night. It's gonna be like a signing session, and we are doing a draft on the Monday after the GP. So 7 lucky winners of this raffle that we are going to be holding, this lottery, will be able to play a draft with Rob on the Monday after the GP. And how you get these raffle tickets, it's on the website or it's on the Facebook. Basically, if you participate in a draft or event, you get like 1 raffle ticket. If you pre-order Commander Anthologies, for example, which I think a lot of people want to pre-order Commander Anthologies, right? You get
Really?
10 raffle tickets.
Okay.
So this is like Mark and bad math again, but
Mark and bad
I
math.
talked to him
You
about.
get 10 raffle.
Yeah,
You get all the raffle tickets.
for all those guys who are interested in like pre-ordering Battle Bond, Battle Bond gets you I think 5 raffle tickets. And any expenditure in the store, any $40 that you spend in the store, whether it be in credit or in cash, that will get you a raffle ticket. So on Thursday, the event that we are having in the store, we're going to do the draw then to determine who are the 7 players who are going to be playing the draft. Yeah, so that's what's gonna happen. If you guys want to play draft with Rob, I heard he's pretty good. I don't know. I heard he's pretty good.
He like comes in with his, like. Hello everyone and welcome back to round 2 of our weekly modern tournament here at Grey Ogre Games. My name is Mick, I'm one of your hosts alongside the suit, Mr. James Church, Molly.
Round 2.
Round 2.
Round 2.
Round 2. This
Yeah.
wasn't our first choice. Still a good choice, but it wasn't our first
Ian
choice.
Town always packing
Yeah.
the metaphorical heat. He's
The-
got. He's playing Blue Tron though. He normally has. The man's got all the decks.
Yeah, he's got
The
all
man
the
has all the decks.
He
So
like,
he's-
literally has all the decks.
Yeah.
And Alpha is playing a really spicy one.
what is this?
Looks like blue-green Aetherval.
Is that flooded
Flooded
Grove?
yeah.
The blue green filter land.
Yes, it is.
Wow. People playing cards tonight.
Yeah.
Whoa.
This is crazy. This is like what?
Is that
What?
that's an invasion opt-in hand as well?
Yep.
I love it.
And that's like the time spiral or the
No,
chaos.
that's the
no, the Tamagotchi. The Tamagotchi.
Oh, you're playing a
Planar chaos.
Planar chaos Tamagotchi.
Yeah.
Man has taste.
Man has money.
So what is this deck that Alfred's playing?
I have no clue. I honestly have no clue.
So yeah, I don't know. So Japanese invasion opt, scry, draw 1. Presumably he's
Going up
Okay.
to 2. Pass the turn. Serum Visions, maybe.
a cryptic command in hand, steam vents. So what deck has cryptic command and Tamagotchi in it? Please, can you tell me what deck that is?
Okay.
It's Teamer.
This is
Steam vents.
this could be Eternal Eternal Command. Possibly could be Eternal Command. Right? Could be just, Teamer Vial.
If it was Eternal Command, I feel like he would have got a breeding pool with the steam vents rather than a
Yeah, no, but the Flooded Grove gives you double green.
It does give you double green. You're right.
And you're not casting. I mean, like, come on, be serious. You're not casting Eternal Witness at all. You're not.
Just love it.
You're vialing it in.
I'm a big Eternal Witness fan. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm huge.
Ewit just
Huge Eternal Witness fan. Talk to me about Eternal Witness and Primal Commands. That's what I'm about. I just want to leap those bad boys.
For all you know, this deck has like Primal.
It might have Primal. It might be the old Teamer Command deck. I don't actually know if this is a real thing, but it could be.
Primal Command. Look for Eternal Witness.
Whoa.
Cast the Eternal Witness.
Get another Primal Command.
Get the Primal Command. Look for another Eternal
put
Witness.
Tron land on top of your library.
Yeah.
Into perpetuity.
So,
it's glorious.
But of course, I mean, it works better. I think it works better with like what's that, the Cryptic Command. Of course, Eternal Command like sets your opponent back turns after turn after turn after turn, and then now you've got 2/1s, you've got 1/2/1, and then you've got 2/2/1s, and you've got 3/2/1s.
Slowly attacking.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say, you haven't lived until you've cast Eternal Witness, putting a tap land, putting like in the Gregor Games Unified Modern Tournament, which I played a green-red Primal Command deck.
Oh yeah,
with Tooth and Nail for Emrakul, and that's why I knew about it.
Just push your opponent.
But someone played a tapped Shambling Vent, so I went Primal Command, put your tap Shambling Vent onto your library, get an Eternal Witness. Next turn, cast Eternal Witness, cast Primal Command, putting it back on top of your library, just attacking it. It was he didn't like it. He did not like it.
I think you should have lost that game. Repeal here, gonna push back this Tamagotchi to hand.
I think Alpha's just thinking, do I want to fight over this?
Yeah, I don't think you should.
So you can just play double Tamagotchi.
Right.
Oh, so we're going to see
okay, so he's
Mysterium
going to
Forest. Get an island.
He's going to Cryptic Command, looks like.
So counter then
bounce the one of your lands.
Counter then draw. You don't like the draw more.
No,
so we definitely need to counter. You don't like the draw.
I don't like the draw here because you're trying to prevent Ian from getting to trying to prevent him from getting to Tron mana, and that's how you lose the game.
Yeah, and it doesn't, Aether on 2 means he can flash in that Tamagotchi from hand end of Ian's turn anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So Ian here gonna be
Talisman.
So this
Talisman
is green. This is not just blue Tron. This is like green blue Tron, right? No, this is blue Tron.
It's just blue Tron, but I think it's just has a talisman of, I don't know which one this is. It's not dominance. That's the red black one.
This is blue red, I think.
No, because they were only ally colors.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's blue white or blue black.
Oh, it should be blue white.
Blue white.
Yeah.
I thought it might be blue white, but yeah, I don't know what the.
Yeah. Okay.
And Ian not doing a lot of much. He's not doing much or anything really.
Yeah.
He's just playing some lands. I think he's got Tezzeret the Seeker.
Oh, cool.
In hand. Yeah, he's gonna crack.
I'm surprised that Ian here didn't look for the tower of other mana sources, but I guess he's looking to keep his blue mana up.
Yeah, so see if play a tower.
Yeah, this is what. Hey, how come Ian was able to play 2 lands this turn?
He didn't play 2 lands, did he?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay. Well, then
Did
you
he?
can't do that.
Because the last
No,
turn...
no.
Oh, yeah.
No, he
yeah,
didn't. He
bounced
didn't.
It,
Yeah, he bounced
it
it.
during our first turn. Yeah.
Uh,
That's correct.
this this is got the spicy bruise on round 2.
Yeah.
This is more of a Twilight Zone match. You know,
yeah.
this is more of a round 3. We're in the Twilight Zone.
We chose the wrong match.
Yeah, we did. We should have put the old like Burn versus Storm on. That's what the people want to
Yeah,
see. Some high level modern. Very very interesting decks. So Alfred's playing.
Okay, so
the
this got to be like
the Jaces are coming
command.
in.
This got to be
Yeah,
like
I think
Eternal
so.
Command.
I think so. The
right?
way he searched for those islands so aggressively, presumably he's playing, and the fact that he has a flooded grove probably means he's trying to recur cryptic commands.
Yeah, like double green. You like the flooded grove is fantastic in this deck because it gives you access to like double green, double blue.
Yeah,
right.
so you
Which
can-
is what you need for your
You can-
Eternal Witness, which is what you need for your commands. So yeah, it's man, this deck is interesting. And why is that flip card? Why? It's got red in it too. Huh?
What is it?
This makes no sense.
No one knows.
No, it's probably Huntmaster of the Fells, maybe. Like good against Jun, I guess.
I guess so. Just incremental
Good
value.
against good against Burn and good against Jun because you gain some life,
And
get
then
some
you buff-
blockers.
Yeah. Well, once upon a time, Huntmaster of the Fell was the toast of modern. You know, there were a lot of people. It was all
Yeah.
over. It was in
No,
quite a lot of decks. It's just fallen out of favor.
of course, because Bloodbraid Elf came back.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, that's definitely the reason, right? I mean, it was generally in like Jun decks, right? You have your Stomping Ground decks.
Yeah.
And it was generally in Jun, but
I remember when I first came back to Magic,
Mm-hmm.
I opened a Huntmaster of Fells in a booster pack, and I was like super excited,
Uh-huh.
and I never did anything with it.
Oh,
It just sort of sat there
because
because you're like, because in standard at the time it was like the Huntmaster deck was that was Innistrad,
so good, yeah.
Dark Ascension. The Huntmaster deck was like a thing, but you're
Yeah.
like, well, I need 3 more. So
They were
I
mythics, right?
yeah, they were mythics.
Yeah,
Yeah, so you're
okay.
like, why did I open this? It's so bad. Yeah, I opened that, and I opened. So I remember going into a shop in London and opening, like, just buying some booster packs, and I bought like some Dark Ascension, and I opened a Huntmaster of the Fells and a Fulcrum Wrath Aristocrat, which was a
Oh
mythic.
wow!
A mythic.
Oh,
in
yeah,
Dark
yeah,
Ascension. It
yeah.
was a rare in Modern Masters 2017.
Yep.
I was like, wow, I've made it, but I
Is
did
it-
nothing. It's just like, why have I got these cards?
Soon gonna be demoted to like uncommon.
No, too good for
somewhere.
uncommon.
I don't know.
Too good for uncommon.
Pharaoh Hydra is uncommon
Pharaoh Hydra.
in Battle Bond.
So that's X, right?
Yeah.
X.
Green X and then 3 mana, put a +1/+1 counter, but anyone can put a counter on it. So yeah, it's like now it's uncommon.
I just
Come
think
on.
the Fulcrum Wrath Aristocrat is the sacrifice and the indestructible.
Yeah.
I don't think it can
Oh,
ever be uncommon.
Yeah, it's a free. Was it free sacrifice?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
So it got his flying haste 4/1 sacrifice if it was put
Making
indestructible
Viscera
human
Seer,
+1/+1 counter on it. So
Yeah.
it's just like
making Viscera Seer a common card was a mistake
I think so.
because Popper is a thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, common cards. Which is why I hate when they start demoting cards down to like common. Like there was that, I think
It was a Drake
Force of
Peregrine
Nature or something. Oh yeah, Peregrine
Peregrine
Drake
in
went down
Eternal
to
Masters,
common.
yeah, 4 and a blue, untap 5 lands when it comes into play.
The I think 4 mana or 5 mana. It's star creature. I forget what's the name. Force of Nature.
Scion of Nature. It's
Yeah.
1 green.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It
Sorry,
was in
3 mana.
Modern
is like
Masters 2017.
Man, I remember going on the podcast and like going on a rant. Like, yeah, sure, give elves more powerful creatures because
Slaggers.
like elves is not a very
Can be
powerful
blocked
deck.
by a Lingering Souls token.
Not when you have like Rancor.
Yeah, but it's never
Yeah.
going in the same deck. So
No, it is in the same deck.
in
Pauper.
Pauper. Sorry.
Yeah, you've made Rancor like
In
you
Pauper.
started off Rancor with a common, which means that it can be in like it's already in the elves deck. And then after that, you give elves just the most awesome tool.
So I read
Sure, why
something
not?
about Rancor the other day that apparently it was a print mistake, and it was supposed to cost 1 and a green, and they
Oh, yeah,
left
yeah,
off the
yeah, yeah.
1 accidentally, so it became the most
Great.
powerful enchantment ever,
Yes.
or like the most powerful
So
green.
Stupid.
Yeah, it was, but it was just a print mistake. I thought it was really, really funny. Obviously, Magic doesn't errata cards.
Yeah.
unlike other card games. But
Yeah.
you know, if it did, perhaps
would- it
Rancor
would have
would
been-
cost 1 and a green.
That'll be insane.
Perhaps Goblin Chainwhirler would not deal 1 damage to each creature.
It will deal half a damage.
No, it would
It'd
deal
do-
1 damage to each like non-token creature, for example.
That would be
It'd be some
dumb.
sort of
That'd be dumb.
contrived clause that makes no sense. Or it wouldn't have first strike, or it would be a 2/2. I don't know. It would be something like that.
I don't know. Yeah, Goblin Chainwhirler, man. So many things to talk about. Do you want to talk about Battlebond now?
Well, I thought we'd watch some
Yeah, I
match.
don't want to watch
You don't-
anymore, man. Yeah, I know. Actually, Alfred's deck is like, look at it.
It's got
That
Ancient
is-
Grudge.
yeah,
Ancient Grudge. Some red cards. You can't keep. I don't think you can keep that hand.
Goodness.
He's keeping it though.
Yeah, it's got 2 lands, and it's not enough.
That's right.
He needs,
Put it back.
He needs at least 3 lands, or at least an Aether Vial to get started. Like
Yeah. I mean, while he's shuffling up, I guess we can brief,
This,
brief Pro Tour hit, right?
yeah.
Congratulations to
Ernest Lim.
Ernest
yeah.
Lim.
He was 8th place, 4th to 8th place. 5th to 8th place in Pro Tour in the recent Pro Tour. So congrats to Ernest. Like I think well deserved. Like we saw him go 9-0, 8-0 on the first day.
No, he was 10-0, wasn't he? And
He was
lost to-
8-0. Yeah, he was 8-0 on the first day.
And
Second day he played draft.
Yeah, but he was 10-0 at one point, wasn't he? And he
Yeah.
lost to John Finkel.
Yeah, and then he sat against John Finkel and then just get wrecked.
John
like
Finkel
John
had
Finkel just
the most insane draft deck on. I don't know if you watched
so
any of the Pro Tour.
nuts.
I didn't watch any of the standard formats. Like that's not my.
No, but
also,
you
'cause it
watched
starts
the
at like
limited,
2 o'clock in the morning in Singapore. But I watched the limited, and John Finkel's deck in the second day. He
How dumb!
I know, like he was like, yeah, I just forced Red Blue Wizards. Like
Yeah.
note to self, do what John Finkel does. Just
Yeah,
force it,
just-
force it. But he played against there was a match against Andrea Mengucci who had
Mhm.
Khan
And Teferi,
and
right?
Teferi in his deck, and he lost to
dumb.
John Finkel. I just couldn't believe it.
Because John Finkel was on fire that day.
Yeah.
Like he, and all his opponents had like super bad luck.
Yeah, the John Finkel pro tip of sacrificing your Icy Manipulator to Goblin Barrage to win you the game. I don't. He did that later.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, but congratulations to Ernest who gets how much money? Lots of money. I don't know how much you get.
Cash.
10 grand.
I don't know.
5 grand?
I forget. I think 10 grand.
10 grand.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Congrats.
Chunky
Yeah.
change.
Ernest
know,
Lim.
Top 8 Pro Tour, so he gets invited to the next
Pro Tour. Yeah. For sure. For sure.
I don't know how many Pro points.
Top
he
eight.
got.
Top 8. I think gets you into gold. Minimum gets you into gold. Minimum
it?
gets you into silver. I know for sure, which means that you got at least one other Pro Tour invite.
Yeah.
Um.
So he'll be invited to wherever the next Pro Tour is. It's in Minneapolis, right?
Yeah.
So another long trip across the pond to America.
That's okay.
That's a long way to go from here.
I thought Ernest was based in America.
Is he?
But he's been back for a while. I've seen it around.
Okay.
So it's
And then the other Greg Games team, Junhao was 4-4 at the end of day one.
the day
I
one.
saw.
Yeah, not so
I
good.
I don't know what he finished as. I thought.
I don't know what the rest of the team finished off as. But yeah, the star of the show was like Ernest. Like he was big and bold on the website at the end of day one. It's
Repping,
like,
getting
yeah,
that Greg Games T-shirt like all over the shop.
yeah.
Getting the good marketing, right?
Yeah, I
Getting-
know. Mark, like, oh, how can we get that T-shirt? It's like,
Yeah,
yes.
more. But then in
So
in the top 8, just got absolutely. I think the correct part is ruffle stomped. I think that's what the kids.
Ruffle
that's, what
stomp.
that's what the kids. That's what the kids
His
say.
deck is good against Burn. His deck is good against
Just
Burn.
unhappy. Like you saw him
Yeah.
draw. It's just like it's just life, right? It just you're playing Magic.
Yeah,
It happens.
sometimes it happens, right?
But yeah, no. I mean, top 8 Pro Tours.
His deck is
Pretty
so good in the format. Like, it's such a pity. And
Ian-
yeah, Alfred just takes it to an I still got all these.
Ian's like,
Uh,
okay, we're not playing Magic. You can just attack me with Scavenging Use Vendini Click.
Yeah,
But yeah, so yeah,
that
No,
was.
will Ernest be at GP Singapore? We don't know.
I don't know. I think so. I think they'll be back. I think Jinhao and Gang and Grey Ogre Games will be at GP Vegas, which is
that
next
next
week.
week?
Yeah, that's next week.
Do they have a booth there?
Yeah, they've
Their
got a booth there. So do hit do drop by the booth. Tell Joe that the monkey wants his banana. Joe will give you a special surprise. Yeah,
Is that a real thing?
that's a real thing. Yeah, the monkey wants his bananas.
Okay.
Uh,
No comment on that.
So yeah, do hit us up at GP Vegas as well.
So you know, rounds ended for us. Alfred, a quick 2-0 over Ian.
Yep.
Not really much interaction in the second game. You can see he's just like, well,
I'm
you
just
weren't
gonna
going to play
drop-
Magic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just going to blood
I'm gonna
moon you.
remind you, and you're gonna blood
Yeah.
moon you, and you're just going to, you are going to suffer, sir.
Yeah.
That stuff.
So do you want to... I know you've been playing some
Battle
Battle
Bond.
Bond.
Battle Bond. Let me put our replay first. Yeah, let's go into the outro. Remember you can join us on the stream every Wednesdays 8 p.m. Singapore time. Next week we're gonna have like 2 tournaments in a row. That's gonna be very, very tiring for me. So yeah. But yeah, remember Wednesdays 8 p.m. Singapore time, twitch.tv/Grey Ogre Games. You miss it, just go on down to youtube.com/Grey Ogre Games, watch all the replays. And do check out our website, greyogregames.com, if you want to find out more about the Grey Ogre Games Invitationals and how you can participate. And remember, if you like what you see and hear, do check us out on all the social media feeds.
Yep.
Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, we're all there. So
We're on MySpace.
yeah, MySpace even somewhere.
Bebo. Do you remember that one?
Oh yeah.
Hi, yeah.
We have an IRC chat channel as well.
Do we?
No,
I don't even know what that means.
We don't.
So quite possibly,
Oh, we don't.
so quite possibly we do.
All right. We're going to stop for now. I'll put on a replay of last week's tournament. Yeah, but we're going to talk over it for a while. Yeah.
Yeah. So while Mick's doing that, so Battle Bond, new product from Wizards,
Battle Bond.
2-headed giant special.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of things to talk about. I think, perhaps most importantly, all of those sexy
Hello
reprints.
everyone, and welcome back.
I forget about the playing, right? No.
I don't think they're that sexy.
Doubling
honestly
season?
speaking.
Doubling season.
Doubling season. Well, okay. Well, it's time for it to be reprinted for
Seaborn
sure.
Muse.
Seaborn Muse. Seaborn Muse. It's been reprinted, right? No.
Don't
Hasn't
think so. There's some, but I think the thing that's good. It costs $4 a pack.
Yeah.
Your,
okay.
your,
So
your price
that's
may
cool.
vary depending on location, but in Singapore it costs $4 a pack. It's not a master set,
Yeah.
right? It's not a master set. It doesn't cost X, 10, 7, whatever.
Okay.
dollars,
This
but-
is gonna go the way of
Conspiracy.
Conspiracy 2. The only difference is that this is a limited print run, right? And they've said like this is a very limited print run.
Is it? I thought they were printing to demand.
No,
on
it's not
Battlebond.
printed. Battlebond is not printed demand.
That
Battlebond
seems
is print to limited.
That seems foolish.
Yeah, but you don't want the market to crash just like Conspiracy, because people are opening left, right, and center. Berserk just crashed. What other cards were in there that just plummeted just because there was so much much supply for Conspiracy.
Good, right? That's what.
That's good. I mean, that's good for. It's good for the people who don't have the cards. It sucks for people who do have the cards, and it's not that you've invested in it, but to see the value of your cards just like plummet like that sucks.
You want your one invest.
It's great. Yeah, it's
in
great
Magic
to
cards
see.
knowing that they hold value, right? That's the whole point. And that's why one invests with confidence, because that
They're gonna retain that value,
to a certain
right?
extent,
So
right?
so you can help to retain some of the value. Like people still prefer like old borders. People still like the history behind the cards. People like the original printings, whatever it is. The price will still drop, fine, but it doesn't drop as drastically as something like Caracas. Look at Caracas now. It's so pathetic. Like it used to be $100 card, and now it's like half the price, and steadily at half the price. And
Wasteland.
Wasteland used to be like
Shard and Port is going to be the same.
Richard Paul was a rare in the master set, right? And but the master set is slightly different because it's priced high. The packs are not $17 a pack. It's not like 10 USD a pack or something like that. Like it is Battlebond and Conspiracy and all these sets. They're like $4 a pack. Like they're cheap.
Yeah, I think that doubling season needed a reprint, right? That's the one that people keep harping on about. Is that doubling season needed a reprint, but you can't really put it into standard because it's a bit dangerous with planeswalkers because they basically have to design a planeswalker.
Oh yeah,
that
yeah,
doesn't
for sure, for sure.
have an ultimate that's double. They can't have any planeswalker that has a double. Like if they're
Yeah,
if
for
they're
sure. I
starting
mean,
as
like-
four. So you can't have that because then you just people would be like the deck would be I'm playing doubling season ramp.
That
Wow.
could have been. I mean, like that could have been a master set reprint, right? But yeah, it's more fun. It's definitely more fun in Battle Bond.
Yeah.
You know, what other reprints are there? What other good reprints are there in Battle Bond? I forget.
So the other thing is the lands, right?
Oh,
Is the lands, the EDH lands that like come into
Oh,
play if you
man,
have two or
they-
more opponents.
It's not
They
fetchable,
are-
by the way.
No, it's not,
that
but
great.
they're good. So the other things are obviously
The new cards are cool, like
yeah,
Arena Rector.
yeah, the planeswalkers like Rowan and
Oh, I opened the Brightling the other day.
You opened a
Brightling is
Brightling.
awesome.
yeah,
Like,
in limited.
No, we didn't open it limited. I opened it as a prize pack. But yeah, Arena Rector is awesome. Archfiend of Despair is kind of weird though.
True Name Nemesis.
Yeah, True Name Nemesis got a reprint.
Well, first foil printing of True Name Nemesis.
Yes, so that
Which
you
means
know,
like
the-
Japanese foil True Name Nemesis is worth like approximately the GDP of a small African nation. Right? Because that's just
yeah,
like,
that's true.
you know, that's how much they're worth.
Nakana Revenant got a reprint. That's great.
What's on
the Land Tax got a reprint. That's great. The
Mys-
new cards are cool.
So
though.
the ones in the rares like Mystic Confluence, Magmatic Force, they're like super EDHE.
yeah,
cards.
the
Mystic-
foil. Yeah, the foils of like Magmatic Force, like
Yeah.
we've never seen. Foil of Mystic Confluence. So this one made me a little bit sad because like I have Mystic Confluence got reprinted in one of the commander sets, and that already made me a little bit sad. And then now you reprint it again, same art and the foil as well, and that just like my Judge promos. Like I worked so hard, like the Exemplar, the Exemplar Judge program, like
my heart's bleeding for you.
you do good work for the community, fine, you get rewarded, and your reward is now $5.
Yeah, but if you sold it
Yes.
at the time you got it, it would have been worth more. So
No,
it's
but I
your-
don't want to sell it.
Yeah.
I want to keep it as a token of like this is going to remind
But
me.
then it should have
that
no
this is-
monetary value because it's not about the.
Correct, but it should have value
It should.
because they should value your work. They
Yeah.
value your contributions, right?
So a couple of them
Oh,
like
Greater
Greater
Good
Good,
too,
Core
yeah.
Spirit Dancer. That's just
Oh man, my Core Spirit Dancers are just
they're just
so
RIP to that card.
sad. Yeah,
There's a lot
rip
of like cool like new cards as well.
off.
Like
Oh, this one's a spell.
spell. So this is the one that people are talking about in Legacy because you can go and get. Well, in Commander you can go and get. It's like here's my second
Diabolic
copy of
Intent, or you
Cyclonic
can-
Rift.
Yeah, I can go get my Cyclonic
In like
Rift,
Legacy
yeah.
you can go and get like whatever stuff.
some
you're doing.
broken card.
Someone- I
no,
heard-
you can't get Yawgmoth's Will.
No, I heard someone saying in Vintage you can go get like Time Walk.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh,
Yeah.
so
Or
gross.
ancestral.
Yeah.
You can get Time Walk ancestral.
Oh, so dumb.
Seed Bomb Muse obviously is good. Vigor, that was the other one that's like super duper expensive.
It's super expensive because of the just the supply of it. Like these
Yeah.
are supply driven.
yeah, there's supply side
Yeah.
issues rather than demand side issues.
Which is very sad. Now I have you see the thing about Battlebond, right? I have all these cards, which is weird. But like these are all cards that I have, and when I look at the reprints, I'm like, oh okay,
Okay.
okay.
Well, other people
Wasn't-
can have
yeah,
them.
I
Other
wasn't
people
looking
can
at- yeah.
have them, yeah.
I know, you know.
I guess it's like if you got into Magic like a couple of years ago, for example,
Mm-hmm.
you've never had an opportunity to have a doubling season, right?
Yeah,
Or like
exactly.
Greater Good hasn't been reprinted, or like you probably don't even know what Land Tax is
Yeah.
because Land Tax was last printed in what like 4th edition or something. You're like, oh, what's this card? Oh, what?
What?
White
does
can
it?
do this? That's interesting.
White can ramp?
That's not what white does in its color pie. Like Knight of the Orchid. Is that the one that
Yeah,
gets
now
the-
okay, it's like just this doesn't work.
yeah.
Or Tight Spout Tyrant, yeah. So these really are
yeah.
supply side,
Yeah.
driven.
So you've played how many Battle Bond events now?
Okay, so I've played one sealed and I played one draft.
And you are currently undefeated.
Yeah, undefeated.
Undefeated.
3-0-3-0. So
So-
like the sealed. Okay, so maybe some tips for those of you who are like trying to like overthrow me this weekend.
Please do.
I'm gonna be playing on Saturday as well.
Overinflated ego.
Yeah. You gotta knock me down some, but Chain Lightning got reprinted
Beast
by the way.
within, yeah.
So in the sealed, right? In draft you gotta be like really careful, right? Because you have to manage 2 decks. And removal, like that's one of the strategies that you can go. Like one deck is just full on like removal, and one deck is just full on like creatures. The deck with the removal also has bombs. And so if you want to do something like that, the other deck should have a lot of assist cards. Because a lot of the times you're not removing stuff, you're just waiting for things to happen. And so, you've got to, you can assist your partner.
Yeah, so but how it works is in draft, there's 8 people at the table, but they're divided into 4 teams of
right.
2, and you draft like you and
4
your
by
friend.
4 packs.
Yeah, but you sit with your so if you and I were on a team, we would sit together,
right,
and we would open, and we'd have 3 other teams at the table,
yeah.
and we'd open. You get given 4 packs per team, and you open 1 pack at a time, and you take 2 cards out of that pack.
Yeah.
Now you can take, so they have partner with mechanic, which is there's 2 named cards that partner with each other, and when they come into play, they basically you get to search up the other one, which is like a +1, right?
Oh,
every
good.
partner
like
card has a +1. It's an automatic, like whatever other ability it has, it also has an automatic
ability
shooter. Yeah. So you can, but there is a tension, right? Because imagine you're playing red, you're in red black and your partner's in blue white, and there are 2 amazing red cards in the pack. Do you take both of them and be like, nah, we'll come back to you later? Or do you take, oh, well, I should probably take one, you should take one, and we'll work.
Okay, the partners usually don't come back. And some partners, I have to say, are not as good as other partners. Because, honestly speaking, some partners are just much better on their own. Like the Pit. Pit is like a doubling season on. It's like a hardened scales.
Yep.
But like on steroids. His partner sucks. His partner's that imaginary pet that, okay, you draw a card, you put a +1/+1 counter, it dies, you draw that many cards, fine. It's a draw engine. But I happily pick out like a Blood Feud over, let's say I take like a Pit and a Blood Feud over, let's say, like Toothy and Pit.
So this is the interesting question, right? Is do you take one of the partners, leave the second one in the pack, knowing that
the other one's not going to come back?
It doesn't
either.
come back though.
Yeah.
So
Usually
people
the other
are
one
still, but that is the question, right? Is that how much value do they have by themselves? If they're not that great, do you just take one deliberately, knowing that you'll wheel the second one, or do you just go, well, we'll take both of them?
Okay, some partners are like really good together, like the Angel Demon, the one that when you gain life, you put a token.
Yep.
And then after that you can sacrifice tokens, gain life, draw cards. Like that one's like definitely goes together. But some of them like Pit, that one, stand alone. Zender Split, the one with no the blue one where you flip coins, flip, and you draw all the cards. Man, I had that in both my drafts. That was awesome. Zender Split rocks. His partner, not so much. His partner does end games though. And does get you like lots and lots of flips. So
there's the what is it? The one that gives double strike to your dragons, and then and then there's a dragon that gives all knights flying and haste.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
like all your creatures have double strike,
Double
flying,
strike,
and haste. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean those two. I won't say those two go together, but they're good. So it's hard to say, but the decks generally, like, I thought it would be very tough. Like sealed is understandable, but for draft I thought it would be very difficult to make 2 decks. So actually it's not, but you have to be very conscious. You only have 10 screw ups,
but that's only 5 picks, right? 5 picks, because you
only
pick
have
2 at a time.
Correct. So it's 5 picks, but you can have like 1 pick, and then you can have like 1 good pick and 1 like screw up, right? So you can only screw up 10 times. And you've got to be conscious of that. And you can't overdraft. You literally can't overdraft one deck too much, because your last 2 picks are going to be screw ups. So that means you're going to have at least 8 screw ups, right? So you have to be very, very conscious of what you're picking, because the last 2 cards in every pack you're not going to play.
Yeah.
And that's already 8 cards.
Yeah.
which means that you have to draft exactly 23 cards for this one deck, and you have to draft exactly 23 cards for this other deck. So we were kind of fortunate because like we were paying attention, like we were looking at like blue, white, and black, red, right? And so like the black red deck just went like full on, full on like removal. I had like 11 pieces of removal, 11 pieces of just removal cards, and then there were creatures that were also removal. Great. And then Jinhan's deck, okay, he had a few removal, I think like 3 or 4 pieces removal, but his deck was all creatures. His deck was like all draw cards, creatures and stuff like that. Target player draws cards, or
so he's making you draw cards so you can kill more stuff. And
yes, exactly. And then leave his things on the table. So there's a lot of synergy to be had. But when we came to a point where we had to we took a look. So right at the beginning of the game, it's like, oh man, the red black deck has a lot of stuff, because like we got past last one standing.
Yeah.
How does that go by? Yeah.
So that's the one black red. Choose target creature at random,
and then the rest die. So that is hilariously good. That's like crazy good. We got a blaze. We got, so we got a lot of black red good stuff, which nobody else was playing. That was kind of strange. So, but then at the beginning, like, oh man, it's too heavy on black and red. Like we got to populate the blue and white. And deep into like the second pack, then we realized, oh man, there's too many blue and white cards. We need to go back to black and red. So there's always this tension, like you have to keep going back and forth, like get the right cards for the right decks, because you're usually going to get like shit cards at the end, and there's not much room for error.
Yeah. So it's obviously a two-headed giant, so it's best of one.
Yeah.
You do stuff together. You have 30 life as a team.
Yeah.
I mean.
The game goes slow.
Yeah, it's
for those
slow,
of you,
right? You play 17 lands, you play like 12 of them, because it's just 30 life is a lot more on people. 2 blockers, 2 amounts of creatures.
For those of you who don't know, if you're playing two-headed giant, I play a lot of two-headed giant when I was in Europe. If you're playing two-headed giant, always go second.
Always draw the card
first.
Always draw the
you don't get to draw when you go first. Always draw first, because the games go long. Like that extra card is going to mean, you're not going to do like turn 1 drop, turn 2 drop. I don't think you have the ability to make like 2 hyper aggro decks. I have seen it happen before in two-headed giant, and it's cool. It's very, very interesting, but like it rarely happens. So, you can go second, no problem.
Yeah, and I think looking at the cards in the set, there's like not that there aren't those decks, right? They're like more mid-rangey, like
exactly.
Let's do some fun stuff.
Exactly,
And but it is a different way, and it's best of one as well. So like cards like negate, main board.
Yeah. Enchantment removal. Oh,
that's what people I think forget sometimes, is like two-headed giants best of one. Artifact enchantment removal, 100% in the main board.
Yes, exactly.
Like niche side, but like negate is definitely a main board card.
This one, return to Earth. Play as many as you can.
Yeah, all of them.
So that's one thing. The other thing is that flyers. You want flyers. You want all the flyers in your deck. Like if it has flying, if it has like pseudo flying, put it in your deck, because that's the only way that you're going to get damage through. Which is why Return to Earth is like such an awesome card.
It's like playing Dominaria, right?
Yeah.
All you do is just win with flyers.
You just want flyers.
You just play some turtles and like some blockers, deep freeze, and then you're like, right, well I've got 1 3/2 flyer, and in 5 turns I'm going to win this game.
That's how me and Edwin won on Saturday,
flyers,
Sunday, yeah, because like our bombs were, so my deck had all the my deck had all the like very heavy costed bombs, so we both played even decks. So some removal in both decks, I think like 5 pieces removal in each deck, and then just creatures and bombs. Like he had early drops and I had later drops. But all the late drops that I had, so all the early drops they traded off and stuff like that, but then all the late drops had flying.
Yeah.
Like the birds, the Expedition Raptors. Expedition Raptors are awesome.
Is so good. So that was in Dragon's Attack here, I think, or Fate Reforged. That card is good.
It's crazy.
That's a good card.
It's good.
I love me some Expedition Raptors.
Yep.
They are.
Oh no,
good.
it's in Zendikar. It was in Zendikar.
No, support. It was
Battle for Zendikar.
Oh, Battle for Zendikar. Sorry, yeah. Sorry, not.
Bolster was the one in.
Bolster, yeah. There was a flying
so
bolster
good.
creature, yeah. But they are.
and then what's that uncommon card? There's an uncommon vigilance bird, 2/4 flying vigilance, and then you can pay 2 mana. Gives this creature with a +1/+1. There we go. Step glider.
Step
Gives
glider.
a creature with a +1/+1 counter, flying and vigilance.
So that was O for the Gatewatch. Step
Oh,
glider.
so good.
Yeah.
This card is crazy good.
So the last point is like, are you going to be playing this in 2 weeks' time, or do you think it's like that was fun?
I
last
I
week?
wouldn't know.
Yeah, because that's the thing with Conspiracy, right? Is
Yeah.
that Conspiracy had the same problem.
Mm.
People are, oh yeah, Conspiracy really good. They do 2 drafts and they're like, oh, I need 8 people to play Conspiracy. No, I'm good. Do you think Battle Bond is going to go that way as well?
Yes, I think Battle Bond even more so. Conspiracy 2 I wanted to draft like a lot. Eternal Masters I wanted to draft. Maybe not Eternal. Was it Eternal Masters? The last one, Modern. Was
Which
it
one?
Modern Masters?
Iconic Masters, Masters
Iconic
25.
Masters, yeah.
No, Masters 25.
Yeah, I wanted to draft that a lot. Like that was the one that like really sucked me in. I want to draft this set. This set, cool. Like, because you're playing Two-Headed Giant, you get to see a lot of the big interactions. And then after that, you're like, oh, okay, I guess that's it.
Yeah,
We're done.
but it's like a limited, like, it's something fun to do while we.
Yeah,
a couple
for
which is strange.
while we
because
wait for,
why
like,
would I
spell
not just
book.
play Dominaria, right? Because
Dominaria
That
is
is
so
so
much
good.
fun.
Like, yeah,
It's
that's the thing.
so much
right,
fun.
the shop's still firing like 2 draft pods every week. Like,
Yeah.
you couldn't even get like 4 people to draft Rivals over Ixalan, but
No.
now we're still, and like GP Singapore. I'll be
Like, it's
playing.
gonna
I'm
be
not
like
playing
draft.
standard, right? But I'll go and play
The
like
side
drafts.
events.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, the side events are so expensive.
They are, but like there's a.
Are the payouts are better?
I don't really care, man. Like it doesn't matter.
It's
to
so
me.
expensive.
That's not. It's not. It's like whatever. I understand, but they have like a infinite draft where if you go 1-0 in the draft, you get free entry into the next infinite draft.
If
So
you
it's
get
only
what?
one round. So you do a draft, then you play 1 round. The winners get free entry into the next one.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's called infinite drafts. So
Oh, that's so
That's what I'm
fun.
talking about.
That
you need
is
to
fun.
spike like 1 win, right? So you just need to, it's not because all GP side event drafts are single elim anyway.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
you may as well, yeah. So yeah. So it's yeah. So Battle Bond, I think the conclusion is has some cool reprints.
Mhm.
Is fun to play if you have a friend.
Yeah.
My partner isn't here in Singapore anymore, but
Oh well, too
but-
bad.
but yeah, fun to play. But
I'll play with you on like Saturday evening. How about we
sure,
do a
that's
6
fair,
p.m.
fair
pod?
choice, right? Yeah, okay.
6 p.m. pod because
But-
I got a lot of people want
Wanna
to play
with
with me.
you. You're
Like,
popular
I
man.
just
You're a
I
popular
put up my interest in the group, right?
I saw
Like,
it, yeah.
Mick wants to play,
Because
but needs a
they want you
partner.
to carry them.
And
So
like,
then-
no, but I wanted somebody else to carry me. It was like, yeah,
I'll be doing
other
no
store
carrying. I'll be doing no carrying.
other store champion came along and
Yeah.
was like, yeah.
So,
we'll do that.
so yeah, but good set, fun to play for a little while, but
Mm.
is ultimately going to be like, oh, that was a thing that they did.
Yeah, and
Maybe they will do Battle Bond 2 in like 4 years' time.
I think, I hope we come back to this this set. And honestly speaking, team events are a hell lot more fun than just solo events.
Agreed.
And this one was definitely fun. Like, two hits are definitely better one. It's
It's always fun to play Magic with your friends.
yeah,
And it's always more fun when you're playing with them rather than smashing their face in and draft.
exactly, yeah.
Although that's also quite fun.
All right, we're gonna take a short break. I'll leave you with the replay, so don't go away. We'll be back. Does he die?
He dies. If he doesn't
So
block,
he takes 4 and 4. He takes 8. No,
Yeah.
he takes 8. He can block the
guys,
guys profitably because the spell queller is now a 3/4. So he can
Yeah.
block the guys profitably. He can take the rest, go down to how much? Go down to 2.
Yep.
Jeremy goes up to
+4, so 13 life.
13 life. So let's see.
Yeah, so but he has the bird and he still has 1 card in hand. If this is a collected company and he hits another spell queller or like another flying creature, he won't die from the backswing.
You won't
So
die from the backswing.
I
Yeah.
think this is a decision where Randall has to either decide to just trade with block with the spell queller and the Muslim Wanderer, or just like he has
Yeah,
to block with
'cause-
either or.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so if Randall here draws a black source, and here's the thing, like, I think he can go down to 2. So now I think you take the spell queller, you block the Guys of Saint Traff,
Okay.
right? Next turn, you gotta pray to God that it's one of the 3 what you call it, polluted deltas.
Okay.
Get the Polluted Delta and get a swamp,
Kill the
kill
bird.
the bird, and I think that should be lethal. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 points of damage in the air.
Yeah, I suppose now he's thinking, what if I don't draw the black source, right?
Yeah.
Like, because the block is clear, you have to use either or to block.
No, use the spell queller. The spell queller is a 3, 3,
I suppose
3,
he's
4.
I suppose he's worried about like a
Oh,
random
that's-
company and he doesn't know what's in the deck, which might be problematic. He might be blocking the
Yeah,
block.
okay. If Jerome goes for a company, he could
Not
go and
Jerome,
sacrifice
like
the
Jareem.
Jareem. Yeah, Jareem goes for a company.
Because I suppose Randall is more worried about what is the unknown in his hand, and looking at like the colors he played, it looks like it might play Coco.
Mm.
And I think it's fair. I think if you're thinking about the process, like what might happen if like open mana tapped out, you don't have any Aether Vials on 3 left to like flash in a Queller.
Right.
You could consider that fact. Oh, he passed.
Oh, okay. So there's a
Wow,
path to
that was
exile.
a huge
that is-
path.
no, but that is.
Wait, actually, does it make sense if you just took double like the Spell Queller and Mausoleum Wanderer and just killed the guys?
No, I thought you should kill the guys. The
Yeah,
spell
yeah. If
queller
you just use
kill
the
the
I
guys.
suppose I think the worry is that if you use a Spell Queller and he forces the path, yeah, actually it makes no difference. It doesn't. It just forces the path on a non-draw score captain target, and you will give another additional flying blocker to Jareem. Sorry. Yeah, I think there is a difference because if he used the Spell Queller to block to kill the guys in draft,
Right.
he will path the Spell Queller, take another flying blocker, and even if he had fatal push, he wouldn't have lethal then.
Yeah.
right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
okay.
that was the difference. The attack and the way he blocked made a difference in
Okay,
Jareem's
yeah,
decision
yeah.
in pathing which target.
I think Randall did make a good choice there.
Yeah, I think that was a fair choice to make because
Mm.
he have lost more if Jareem didn't have the path.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I was thinking like, well, that's the thing. Like you at that point of time, I also wouldn't be in that mindset of how do I lose this game. It's like my next draw must kill Jeremy, right?
Yeah.
And like I've got to feign everything. Like if Jeremy
Yeah.
has anything in hand,
He's dead.
Randall,
I mean, it's
Randall's
kind
still
of
dead.
like the turn crucial where either of the players had the answer in their hand, like a removal or like a follow-up 2-for-1 kind of spell. Because the board is in a big swing. Like if I don't have the answer, I'm dead. If you have the
If you
answer,
have the answer, yeah, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Also, like if you got the cards, I'm dead. Like if I have the cards, you're dead.
okay,
So
I would like to cast more, but I think people are getting done with the game, so I'm gonna go help again.
whatever, man. Bye, Cass.
Life is hard.
Whatever.
Don't be sad, man. I don't beat down.
I'm not sad. Whose keys are these? Alright, so we're going to game 3. Randall here gonna probably be on the play, and that was actually a very risky hand to keep. But man, that hand was full of gas, and I think if Jeremy just didn't have that path to exile, Randall would have won the game, or that something could have happened. That last card in Randall's hand could have been, or the last few cards in Randall's hand, one of them could have been not Mausoleum Wanderer, that 2/1 flyer that gives hexproof. So Jeremy was just, I guess, toying with fire at that point. If Randall had it, like he would have been in so much trouble. So interesting. Like I think this matchup, I'll be the first to admit this deck is antiquated. This deck needs a little bit more sprucing up, changing of the sideboards a little bit. I think main board needs to change a little bit as well. But still proving to be a very powerful deck, especially if you don't know how to play against Aether Vial. And I think that's my main advice. That was the main advice I gave Randall earlier before he picked up the deck. Before he picked up the deck, I was like, yeah, you got to know how to play with Aether Vial, and you've got to know how to play weird. And Randall definitely showing that he can play weird. No stranger to Magic, just the first time that he's playing Modern. So yeah, haven't been so excited about watching random decks. And this is usually round 3. This is where we go to like the Twilight Zone and like make weird comments about McDonald's and Pokemon. Speaking of which, anybody wants to play Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu? Because I got excited. I don't know, anybody out there owns a Switch? Raise your hands and let me know, so that we can play Pokemon Go together. Pokemon Let's Go together, not even Pokemon Go. But yeah, that's definitely a hand. You got a mulligan. No, it's okay. Don't care. Nobody listens to the stream. Like you can make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No, what does this stream?
Yeah. Hey, don't touch my Switch, okay? I'm still playing that Pokemon.
So how's Randall,
Oh, Randall.
is he treating your deck well?
Yeah, it's actually surprisingly good at piloting a very bad deck. I really will be the first to admit like this deck needs to see some upgrades. But the problem with it is that you don't get a lot of spirits. You really don't get a lot of spirits. So this deck is really just
Isn't everything a spirit?
no, everything in the deck is a spirit, but everything that comes out in Magic the Gathering is not a spirit. So this is like Innistrad. This is like the Innistrad block deck. The initial three, Everseen Resort, Innistrad, Everseen Resort, and what's the
Dark Ascension.
Dark Ascension,
SOI.
and then SOI Shadows over Innistrad and
EMN gave
and
no spirits, I think.
what?
EMN didn't give any spirits, right? Eldritch Moon.
Eldritch Moon was
Maybe Spell Queller. I think Eldritch Moon has
Spell Queller? Yeah. Eldritch Moon and Spell Queller. So this is like block constructed, like very big block constructed.
But
So
I mean, you have Anafenza, right?
oh yeah. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. She's not in this
There
thing.
was some
But
spirits-
Anafenza would be the first I will toss out of that. Right? She's not that great. But she's really quite like there is some interaction because she makes the Mausoleum Wanderers bigger. And when she makes when the Mausoleum Wanderers get bigger permanently, they become, mana leaks. They become like they start out as 4 spikes and then they grow to become like not sensors, metallic rebukes and then they grow to become mana leaks and they become very, very big and fat.
Rebuke is not. Rebuke is 2.
Rebuke is 2? No.
Spell Pierce is 2.
Spell Pierce, yeah. Yeah, Spell Pierce.
Sensor, Spell Pierce, Mana Leak.
So it scales up and like it makes it grow permanently. Make my monster grow. I don't know if you guys.
So yours is a Esper spirit.
Esper Spirits, yeah.
Black is just for sorry.
The black is for Fatal Push and Sorin. And Sorin's just a one-off in the deck, but like it's crazy powerful if you and true B to the idea of like one-offs in decks. If you draw the Sorin, you win the game. Like you slam it on the table, that's when you win the game.
Mana 1 give life thing?
Yeah, 4 mana. So it's the which Sorin is it? Sorin.
Solemn Visitor.
Is it Solemn or?
Solemn Visitor is the one.
That's from
Is
the
that one?
first. That's from way back, right?
No, this is from Khans. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Khans again.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Until your next turn, creatures you control gets +1/+0 and
No,
gain
but
lifelink. And usually it's like a game ender.
Are there no like black, white spirits or black, blue spirits?
Yeah, there are.
But they're just not good, is it?
Yeah, they're not that great. And you know what's the best black white spirit? Lingering Souls.
Ah,
Oh
yeah.
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 So good with the Mausoleum Wanderer.
So
wow.
yeah, it's crazy, right? You cast Lingering Souls, Mausoleum gets +2/+2.
3/3. Smack face.
Yeah. But I think Randall here is falling a little bit behind, and I'm scared that if he casts something, like he's gonna get blown out by a Spell Queller. Spell Queller here gonna hit the battlefield. Yeah, nothing that Randall can respond to. Just block.
Mausoleum Wanderer only can counter instants and sorceries.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part.
Is there something that makes all your opponent's spells instants and sorceries?
There is Dovescape that makes all your opponent's spells into doves.
Doves?
Weirdly enough, yeah.
What are doves?
Doves.
Doves.
Yeah.
Doves. Interesting. Like something like Michael's Hidden Lattice,
Everything
is
becomes an
artifact.
artifact.
Yeah.
Everything in your hand, everything in your deck, your face becomes an artifact.
So, sure, something like that, everything's an instant.
I think Randall is like way far behind here. Like the double mulligan did not help. That's a draw score captain. That's actually pretty good. I think if he casts out the draw score captain now and then next turn with the with a bit of protection and with the phantasmal image, that becomes pretty good. Yep, take, no problem, no problem. He's just gonna take some damage.
Yeah. Is Jeremy playing some sort of combo?
Yeah, Jeremy's playing well. At this point in time, Jeremy's not playing combo
It's Bun
centric anymore.
Oh, Bun Night for yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Bun Night 4.
Right.
I don't know.
Ah,
Whenever I see Voice of Resurgence, I just think Kiki.
Why not have a thought about Bun Spirits?
no, man,
Hey,
I think the
Coco.
phantasmal image,
Literally outvalue opponents every time.
Yeah.
that was
Oh,
that.
Bun Spirits. Yeah, Bun Spirits.
Mm.
Bun Spirits Coco, it's so broken. It's like
Mick.
What? Bun Spirits Coco? Oh yeah, no. There is a version of the deck. Yeah.
Deck list, right? Yeah.
You take away the Aether Vials. Basically, you take away the Aether Vials from this deck, and after that you put in like Noble Hierarchs and stuff like that.
That 4-drop creature from the green
Four
white.
drop creature.
The green white spirit also, I think.
Is it the Leash? No, the Leash is not a spirit.
Is it SOI or EMN?
4-drop spirit. Alright, so Corsair here. And I think Randall's gonna reply with.
no. I think I recall you mentioned the format. There's two colors, two blue. It's
Yeah, man, that is not the right play. And that is a huge creature that Jeremy gets. But you know what? Randall can just copy that creature. It's not going to be as big. But I think you want to copy the Drog Score Captain instead. And he's got Fatal Push in hand. Oh no, he doesn't have Fatal Push in hand. He has Spell Pierce in hand.
Copy the drop score, please.
Yeah, just copy the Drog Score Captain and just swing in. I think, then Jeremy will be on the back foot a little bit. Yeah, but Randall here has taken like way too much damage. Here we go. Draw score captain. Copy my Phantasmal Image. Copy my draw score captain. Gonna swing in for 7. And if Jeremy doesn't do anything next turn, like that's gonna be lethal in the air. And he can take up to another 8 points of damage before going down. And so I think he swings in with both. Yeah, draw score captain's also got flying. So it's a 2/2 flying, gives everyone hexproof. And just gonna pass the turn. Wow. Huh? No, this is not how you play the deck, man. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. That is I think that's the motto of this deck. So let's see.
I think he's decided to take a defensive role this time round. Given the board state, the backswing might be more painful than expected. Thus, taking a defensive role is not a bad decision either.
Well, I don't think I don't think taking a defensive role is a good decision. In fact, yeah, being defensive is not going to get it's not going to get Randall anywhere. This collector company here, I think I'm going to spell pierce it. No, he lets it go.
Seriously? Oh my god, he lets it slide. Oh no, he has no blue source.
No, he does have a blue source. That's a Seachrome Coast. You can just spell pierce it. Yeah, it will grow. It will make the.
Seriously, he did not pierce it? Oh my god.
Yeah, if there's a Reflector Mage, Reflector Mage isn't going to do anything. But Night Reliquary is quite welcome. And so he can take some damage. That's the thing. Like if Randall here swings in with this big guy, I think he can take the damage. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. He goes down to 2. You see, Sorin off the top probably wins him the game. Oh wow, Fatal Push gets rid of that guy. And just gonna pass the turn. Okay, so now we are again at parity, but Randall here at 2 life points. Needs to gain a little bit of life. Jeremy with a lot of dead removal in his hand. Making sure he keeps back that spell queller to so that he won't die to it. And I think Randall could have just been like a bit more. Can he be a bit more aggressive? No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's not enough. Randall doesn't have enough blockers unless he's got another removal in hand, which I don't think he does. Swings in, there's the handshake, Spell Pierce, and a fetch land.
Seriously, he should have pierced that collector company earlier.
Nah,
man.
but well, yeah, the collector company would have given Jeremy another big guy. I think Randall could have swung in with swung in the air for 7 points of damage earlier on.
Yeah.
And just be more aggressive be more aggressive, because I think once you let your opponent, go out of control like that, then it becomes very problematic. That turn where he did cast a spell queller to try to eat up one of Jeremy's creatures, I don't think he read the cards right, and that's what produced like this whole chain of events, when actually he could have just cast the 2/2 Phantasmal Image, copy what's his name, draw score captain, swung in for 3 that turn, and I think after that there's no more problems. You just keep going, you cast a spell queller for 0 value, and like your entire board is humongous and big, and Jeremy can't really deal with it. So yeah. Alright, we are gonna call it a night. Thanks for watching. Remember, you can join us on the stream regularly every Wednesdays 8 p.m. Singapore time on twitch.tv/GreyOgreGames. You missed that, it's okay. Just head on down to youtube.com/GreyOgreGames. Catch all the replays, including last week's the Unified Standard. And last but not least, do check out our website, GreyOgreGames.com. Find out more about the invitationals and how you can compete and be a champion, just like Jeffrey Chan and the rest. Be one of the top 16 players. Hello everyone, and welcome back to our weekly modern tournament here at Grey Ogre Games. It's round 2. My name is Mick. I'm your host for tonight. We're watching the match between Ko Meng Xuan and Aaron Chu. I thought it was Samuel Yap versus Philippe. Yeah, but Samuel's like sitting right there. I believe the matchup is Kiki, not Kiki combo. But it's a combo deck. Not evolutionary leap. That some evolution deck, and and Aaron is playing Affinity. That is, I think that's the thing. Yeah. Okay, so Aaron is playing Affinity. Wow, man, Aaron's deck is pimped out. Sweet. Mengxian here, double Birds of Paradise into, I don't know. Yeah, it's Eldritch Evolution, not an Evolutionary Leap. Wow, okay. So 3. Okay. Well, that's I guess that's 5 cards from the get-go. Mengxian here's got to try to preserve his life total a little bit. Birds of Paradise and passes the turn. Cranial Plating here would spell disaster for Mengxian. Luckily there isn't. Arcbound Ravager, it seems. And that's 4 points of damage. And Aaron's going to be gaining 2 of that. 1, 2, 3, 4 points, right? Yeah, 19. Oh, this doesn't seem good. He could go for the Renegade Rallier, Eldritch Evolution into Renegade Rallier just to block. But that doesn't seem like a winning proposition. Eldritch Evolution here is still very potent. There we go. Takes 2 points of damage, and here we go. I think. Oh, Eternal Witness gets back the land and passes the turn. I think Meng Xuan here gonna try to go for some form of combo next turn. Ouch. Oh, this is really painful. That's what, 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's plus 7 plus 0. With the cranial plating, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 points in the air. Meng Xuan here needs to block something, otherwise he dies. And I think that something might be the Arcbound Ravager, unfortunately. Just to get it off the table right about now. Because the Outbound Ravager represents 2 points, yeah, no way Meng Xuan's gonna get out of this one. So going to sideboard, that was a really quick game. Aaron here with the crazy...
Shut up and sit down.
Hello everyone and welcome back to our weekly modern tournament here at Gregor Games. It's More Than Modern. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts alongside the suit, Mr. James Church Morley.
Round 3.
Round 3.
And you know what that
Twilight
means.
Zone.
We're in the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, this is
We
what you've been waiting for, right?
We should get like an overlay. You know, like
It's like,
you know, like
stars fly past the
like some
screen.
music or something, and it
It's
goes
like-
Twilight Zone.
We can do what's his name? The guy who's dating Melissa Datora.
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
That's too niche. That's too niche knowledge for me. I'm afraid.
Oh, she's
That's
she's-
too niche knowledge
yeah.
for me. I'm not into the whole
like the
magic,
the
the
rumor
gathering.
mill,
I mean,
like
what's
the
like?
gossip
Come on, people.
column.
There's more important
Uh,
things in life.
But yeah, he puts on like jazz music, like
We should
chill,
do that.
very
We should do
chill
that.
jazz music during his streams, or he used to. So yeah.
We got.
What's up? What's up? Lemming Messiah and Capolo 42. What's up? B. What's up, B? Frank Laporte. Yeah, she used to date Frank Laporte. That's the guy. That's the guy who always put. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's too good for him.
Okay.
He's too bad for her.
Also, okay.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Just like
fine.
okay.
That
That sounds good.
that's very
But
nice.
yeah, you know,
That's very nice.
the Twilight Zone is anything can happen in the Twilight Zone.
Oh gosh.
It's not the danger zone. It's the
yeah.
Twilight Zone. But maybe we should get a Kenny Loggins drop. Yeah. Oh, we got. Okay, we got. Oh yeah.
Yeah, there
Here
we
we go.
go.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we saw Aaron's deck
Yeah,
last
we
week.
did.
I'm more interested.
Well-
I'm more interested in Zeke's deck because Aaron's deck is like the most pimped out.
Zeke's playing Burn right. Yeah, inspiring advantage.
Oh, okay, all right. So we
Goblin
see
Guide tap for 2.
the atypical
Boom.
burn versus.
Edge champion on top.
Oh, this is so bad. This is gonna be so bad for Aaron. Like
Do you think?
champion.
What? Oh, what bad as in good.
Like no, like
Bad as in
sorry,
disgusting.
bad for Zeke.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Zeke's gonna have a bad time.
yeah.
He's like, what does that card do?
Oh, it's
It
got
does everything to you. Signal
got
pest,
max hexproof.
a signal pest ornithopter.
Jeez, this is bad.
Should that not been 2 damage? Signal pest ornithopter.
Capolo 42
know.
says, she needs to love me. No, she needs to love me. Me. She's damn good at drafting. She basically wrote the book on like drafting. You know, Brit. Like I
Yeah.
think that comes from her.
Does
like
it?
yeah. bombs removal, or at least she wrote about it. She wrote like a lot of those like WotC articles back in the day about drafting and drafting good.
Sounds
like
good.
get good at drafting. So
Sounds good.
yeah.
Zeke finding out that protection from all
All
colors is like a
colours.
real mechanic.
Oh no. And what's that on the top of his deck?
It's a
This is the
it's an
masterpiece.
Artbound Ravager, right?
Oh, okay. This is like the masterpiece
think.
collection.
I think this is like the most expensive deck I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
It's just so.
No,
it's-
Arnold's deck is the no. Okay, so this and Arnold's deck.
So Arnold has the completely foiled out Jund.
Yeah, with the 4/4 Lilianas. Just saying.
Yeah, no, Judge promo.confidence.
Yeah, Judge Promo Dark Confidence. Well, but he doesn't have. So he doesn't have the lands though. He's got the foil lands, sure, but he doesn't have like foil unglued lands.
Not yet.
Yeah,
Not yet.
not yet.
You know the man's going for them.
It doesn't have the. There's no masterpiece like Verdant Catacombs.
Yeah, but I think you all masterpiece or masterpiece, right? That's the prevailing theory. I think your masterpiece. You don't selectively masterpiece.
Right, you masterpiece like everything.
Yeah, everything you can, right? Because Jund's all like fetches and shocks, and then a couple of
And just saying, Aaron's deck,
like Raging Fiends.
Aaron's deck, the two. So I think he's got like a basic island and basic mountain in the deck. And guess what? They're the Therese Nelson Judge promo
Boom.
full art foil lands.
You could
Those
feed,
are $100 a piece.
you could feed like a Singaporean family for a month with a few soldiers.
With a bit of cardstock, right?
Yeah, or more maybe. I don't know. It looks good.
Lemming Messiah say almost fully foiled. No.
It's all foil.
All foil.
It's
All
all foil.
special.
It's all like
foils.
masterpiece foils. Oh, okay. So, yeah, that is not
No,
going to
you
work.
can't.
No, Zeke
no,
has
you-
protection from everything.
Yeah, just get rid of the signal pass.
Yeah, so we don't see. So like they don't do protection anymore.
Yeah.
They've been phasing out protection.
Hexproof still.
Hexproof. No, they do hexproof from a color, right? It was on Night of Glory, Night of Malice, and Dominaria.
Yep.
So it can't be targeted by spells of that color.
Yeah.
But old school protection, pro red.
No.
No red's gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
Or no damage, no targeting, can't be dealt damage by sources of that color, right?
Mhm.
So it's it's good.
Yeah, Zeke learning the hard way, like this is how things happen.
Yeah, there's a
Oh gosh,
Steel
Arcbound
Overseer, Ravager looking like an Arcbound Ravager. Arcbound Ravager is like a construct, right?
Yeah.
It looks like an Arcbound Ravager. I mean, this is a serious squad.
Ouch. This is not good. This is really not good.
Yeah, this game is this game's over.
Ouch.
Zeke can't do much.
Yeah, Zeke learning the hard way and on camera too. It's like, yeah, this is what happens when you don't read the cards. I know the cards look very special.
Well, I just don't know if he knew. That's the thing, right? I don't know if he knew the protection from everything. Right, they're all getting sacked, so that's gonna
Yeah.
be all of the damage.
I think that's
What we
end of
got?
the game. Yeah, so
Lightning
lightning
bolt.
bolt.
Nice.
Yeah, but you should have done that last turn. Then that would have killed the
Master of Ethereum.
Master of Ethereum. Yeah, it would have been a 3/4. The Master of Ethereum would have been a 4/4. No, the Master of Ethereum would be a 3/3.
You know, Zeke's in a tough situation, right? You know, he can't. He needs land quad lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Oh, and we're just recounting the damage now. So he's sacrificed those artifacts. They go away. Make sure the tokens are in the right place.
So that's become a 2/2 now.
Yeah, and the Etch champion is going to
It's
have
a 5, a 6.
Yeah.
So that's 8 points of damage down to. Oh, okay. So 9 points of damage.
Yeah, and he's Zeke's dead next turn. He's going to need the old, suspending.
Yeah, suspend
Ambitious
you.
to think he's getting another turn.
Suspend that, I guess. Well, it doesn't have protection anymore.
It doesn't
But it
until,
can- it can
he
gain
needs
protection.
he needs to make in response to the Ink Moth Nexus, Blink Moth Nexus trigger.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh no, that's not gonna happen.
there's too many ways to do
So
it.
I'm just gonna make this Igmoth Nexus grow And now it's got now it's got protection
attack
again.
you,
I'm gonna
yeah.
swing in with everyone.
So wondering, has he got a Lightning Helix in hand? Lightning Helix on the Master of Ethereum
Yep.
would be good.
Yeah.
Doesn't have it.
Unfortunately,
Okay.
not. No, but Lightning Helix on Master Ethereum doesn't solve anything because, Aaron could just
have to make another
animate another guy and then
sorry,
animate another guy in response.
Master Lightning Helix on the Inkmoth Nexus.
Inkmoth
Because you
Nexus,
gain
yeah.
3 life and then you survive.
Yeah,
Um,
that would have taken it down. You gain 3 life, take another 2 more damage. So you take another 1 more damage.
yes, he'd be on 2 life or something.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah, like-
he's got to deal 7 damage with 1 card in hand. So he's got to peel lightning. He's got to have a Boros Charm in hand, then peel a lightning bolt or a lava spike off the top of the deck.
Yeah.
Not great.
A little bit tough, I
Tou-
think. Well, Zeke just I'm gonna say it, Zeke just didn't read the cards. Like, you have to understand that your opponent's side of the table, like, this is how your deck usually operates, and that usually doesn't go the way you want it, especially when you start playing matches. What's that term? No plan survives engagement or something like that, right?
Is that a real phrase?
Yeah.
That's a real
War, it's like
Is that in Sun Seas, the Art of War?
yeah.
It's,
Is it no plan? No plan.
it's not in Il Principe by Machiavelli.
No, I
Prin-
don't
whatever
think
it is,
so.
the
No
prince.
plan. There. No plan
Survive.
survives the first contact with the enemy.
Of course, yes. Helmuth von Moltke the Elder,
Sorry.
who
yeah.
was he not a German? Yeah,
No plans of operations
of course.
extends with any certainty beyond the first contact with the main hostile force.
Of course, the Chief General of Prussia
Of course.
during their wars with Austria and France in 1860
in
and 1866 and 1871, which
Yeah.
led to the formation of the German nation.
Mm.
Interesting.
Helmuth von Moltke the Elder.
Yeah,
Cool.
a lot of Helmuths.
Now,
A lot of Helmuths.
aren't you like a history major?
That's why I told you. That's what I just told you.
Yeah.
Austro-Prussian War, 1866.
Russia war.
The Austrians lost because their trains didn't get there on
I
time.
learned-
That's actually why. Like there was
I learned
the
this.
the Prussians had the
history.
train lines to get them there on time,
Yeah.
and they had the guns to get them. So 1866 they beat Austria, which led to the formation. So it led to the Ausgleich in Austria-Hungary, which led to the Ausgleich in 1868, which was the
Okay.
splitting of the Austrian Empire into the Austro-Hungarian Empire, which
Right.
led to like the toppling of the Austrian Empire.
Wow,
And then
okay.
in 1871, you had Prussia versus France,
And that
Prussia
made
won, and then
they
they
split
they
part of France into.
no. I think they just divided it. So Alsace-Lorraine is like the territory between France and Germany that kept getting knocked backwards and forwards. Like
Well,
this
'cause
all
it's-
that the World War One had World War Two had that, but they. So German nation was born in the Hall of Mirrors at the Palace of Versailles in France. That was when
Okay.
and Otto von Bismarck was the Reichskanzler of Prussia, and he was the one who unified the German. So Germany was basically loads of little
smaller
like little
villages
towns,
and
right? And
countries,
Prussia
yeah.
was one of those. And in the
Uh-huh.
1800s, Prussia
Just unify all of them.
became they got smaller and they became more condensed. So like places they were literally like a city was a
Mhm.
state. It had a wall around it. That was
Mhm.
a state. That was a German state.
What
Now in the
okay.
18th century, like they started condensing into smaller and smaller, and Prussia was one of them. And Prussian currency, which was called the thaler,
Okay.
became the currency de facto of the German nation. It was like the soft economic, but it was their soft, because that's a way of unifying country, right? Is their soft, because they had the lock on the currency. It
Right,
makes it
right,
easier
right.
if everyone's trading your currency to unify
To
them.
use your,
So Bismarck, Otto von Bismarck, who is actually one of my historical heroes,
Uh-huh.
he was the one who led, like, he's like, I've got this idea for a German nation, and he was the one who went about unifying it. And the Austro-Prussian War was one of the steps, was to try and get certain groups on side, and then the war with the French was
the
way
was
of,
the
like,
other side.
yeah, that
right.
was the one. That was a
That
correlation.
was the other.
So
yeah.
by World War One rolls around, Germany's been a country for about 35 years.
Oh wow.
So
okay.
it's not actually a real. So Italy as well. Italy was only formed in like 1868.
Yeah,
Garibaldi,
Italy was only formed under Garibaldi.
So you have Italy, where 100 years ago they didn't speak the same language in
Mhm.
southern Italy and northern Italy,
Mhm.
because southern Italy. So if you go to southern Italy, it's so different. Like Bari, it's a completely different country.
Oh yeah,
To
yeah.
northern Italy is very rich. Kingdom of Piedmont Sardinia, which was the kingdom in the north west of Italy.
Mm.
Venice, obviously. Rome, like with the
Uh,
papal
the-
states.
Yep.
And then southern Italy is quite poor.
Mhm.
So yeah, European history in the 19th century is my jam. We haven't even
This
talked
is
about
big.
like the ambassador Metternich, who was the Congress of Vienna 1815.
What?
History. This is the going history show.
Yeah. Welcome to the European history cast.
Yeah.
With James.
We're lining this up after once we've got the theology podcast. Like we're gonna do these one day. Like I told you, we're gonna have a theology podcast. We're gonna have
There is I'm a big consumer of podcasts, and there is a podcast called the show or something like that where it's by radio. Oh, gosh, man, I am losing all the Radiotopia. They have this
Okay.
show where it's smaller podcasts which couldn't sustain a series, so
Yeah.
they're taking those smaller podcasts.
we need.
And then they're doing like 3, 4, 5 episodes. They're running that course of it, and then taking another podcast and then doing all this.
How do we get
What?
to have a podcast for like 4 episodes?
I don't know.
I think we've got 4 episodes in us. I do not think we have I couldn't
I've got a million
I
episodes.
couldn't. No,
man.
but it's just like you're ranting, right? It's just
Yeah.
mixed ranting. Like I couldn't. I don't think I could do a podcast every week, right? I don't know how
Yeah,
people
no.
do it. It's so difficult.
It has, you need to put in a lot of effort. Like
It's
all
the
these
prep work.
podcasts, they have an amazing support crew behind them.
Yeah.
They have people who help them generate content. If
If people want to,
research is the hardest thing. Like
yeah, you have to that
it
stuff.
takes time.
Stuff like I learned that over 4 months when I was 18, so 10 years ago.
And you're supposed to and you're supposed to dispense it over like four episodes.
We've got
which is like 4
a
hours.
limited edition. I reckon three epis, 4 episodes maybe. Like you and me, we'll take on the world, right? We'll cure all injustices. We'll cure all injustice. Like we'll sort out all of the problems in the world. 4 epis, 25 minutes. We'll nail it easy. I got faith. It's interesting though,
Yeah.
We're in the twilight zone, so
Yeah, whatever.
all
Like,
bets are off.
anything goes.
All bets
right?
are off. I mean, some magic being played, but
Oh, look at it. It's Affinity versus Burn. I guess whoever rolls the die, who gets to go
Yeah.
first wins.
Lemming Messiah saying chat that his lesson was more interesting than all of my secondary school history classes combined.
Well,
I'll be at GP Singapore.
So I wanted
Maybe.
So I floated this idea to Clifford, who I think is part of Panda Events, who's running GP Singapore. That he was asking me like what interesting events can you do aside from doing the stream, because like WotC doesn't allow us to do the stream, or doesn't allow anybody outside of, let's say, America and Europe to do the streams. So Southeast Asia, I'm going to say again, and I'm going to complain if anybody's out there from WotC who's listening, right? I hate y'all for not having more content and more coverage for Southeast Asian events. Watching a match, what's his name? He top deck round 5 of a Redburn. He top deck a Glory Bringer.
Oh, talking about is it the chap called Brady, the guy who won
I
the
think
Pro Tour,
Brady,
right?
yeah. So you top deck a Glory Bringer, slam it on the table and swing in, and then there goes and there goes a handshake, right?
Yeah.
You can't describe that in words. You have to watch the video. There is this tension. There is this tension in the air. Will he? Won't he? He takes it off the top of the deck, slams it on the table, and immediately out goes the handshake from Wyatt, right?
Yeah. You gotta right. You want more magic, right? You don't want less magic.
Yeah,
you want
exactly.
You want
like,
magic to be shown. If you think that magic is a global brand, esport, whatever you want to call it, it needs to be on like every weekend.
And it needs to be representative. I mean,
Yeah.
like we're not okay. The reason why we're not there is because we're not of a certain standard. I guess I'm dancing around it, but yeah,
Speak
we're
for
not.
yourself.
So most of us are not of a certain standardized.
All I'm saying is Mick and I are free that weekend. Oh, sorry, Mick isn't. I'm free, and I'm happy to name cards for 12 hours on
yeah,
stream.
but man, I don't like that they do that. Like it's not cool, man.
They don't have much coverage in Asia, right? They have
no coverage in
Nico,
Asia.
Nico do Japan,
But that's only to Japan.
and someone
to
does
Japanese.
something in China as
Yeah.
well. Like, so is it Tencent has teamed up with Wizards to do like coverage of
but
Magic
only
in
stream,
China.
Yeah, but only
So they're
stream
gonna
in
have
China.
something on there, and we see Zeke unfortunately lost.
Did he lose?
Yeah,
he lost to
yeah,
his
yeah.
like double.
Yeah. So they have that, but yeah, you're right. For the rest of Southeast Asia and Australia
Australia,
as
yeah.
well.
So no, no
You
Australia.
have Riley Knight, but
Come on,
big
like
Riley
people-
Knight fan, but he doesn't live in Australia.
Right, he lives in US.
Yeah, no, he lives in the UK.
Oh, lives in the UK. Yeah.
So no one's no one's covering it.
Come on.
Singapore, everyone speaks English.
Yeah, exactly.
Good magic scene.
Malaysia, everyone speaks English. Philippines, everyone speaks English.
Yeah.
Indonesia,
Some people speak English.
most people speak English.
But yeah, like all I'm saying is Mick and I are happy to put on the jerseys.
Watsy, just concede. We need more content. We need content every week.
But
How
you
about
but
that?
you were
And
saying
that's
someone
teams.
asked you about the content. Were you suggesting you did a live podcast?
Yeah, I wanted to suggest do a live podcast or do like a side show after, because GPs are now shorter. They're only 8 rounds.
Yeah.
Like at 9 o'clock, have a Q&A session or meet and greet session with like all the pros, all your idols. And
Not
stuff
not
like
with
that.
you. I thought you were saying
not
meet and
not
greet
me.
with
No,
you.
but I mean like
Yeah.
we are the hosts at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And we're hosting all these people in Singapore. Get to meet Rob Alexander. That's one of the things that I want to do, which is to get down with Rob and and try to have an interview with him. And that's going to be a bit tough because
You're not here.
yeah, I'm not going to be here for that week, which kind of sucks.
So for those who don't know, it was on the Gregor Games Facebook page. Like there's
Rob's coming down.
Yeah, meet and greet with him, and then like a drafting Dominario with him.
Yeah,
and you
that's
can
on
only get
Monday.
access to the draft by like you have to if you play in events, you get lottery tickets, and 7 lucky people who win a lottery ticket can draft with Rob Alexander, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
No one else in Singapore is doing that. This is like serious.
that's cool. That's
Yeah,
cool
that's-
stuff.
That's cool.
stuff.
Yeah.
And apparently Rob Alexander drafts really well. Like
Does he?
he's gonna
Gonna
like
crush-
roll
he's
up
gonna-
his sleeves,
gonna
and then you're
crush
gonna
some
see
fools.
all the Black Lotus, all the tattoos that Chris Rush did for Rob Alexander. Is like, yeah, I'm gonna crush you fools.
He's gonna crush some fools.
Yeah.
He's gonna be pack one, pick one. Yavmai Sap herd. He's
Go.
gonna know. He knows what's up. He's got those. He's got those competitive league trophies on MTGO.
Yeah.
He knows what's up.
Okay, we're gonna call it a day. Thanks for joining us. Remember, you can join us on the stream every Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Singapore time. Twitch.tv/GreyOgreGames. Watch all the replays on YouTube.com/GreyOgreGames. And do check out our website, GreyOgreGames.com, if you want to find out more about the invitationals and how you can be part of it. And if you do like what you see and hear, remember to subscribe to us on Facebook, YouTube,
Instagram,
Instagram, Twitch,
Twitter, yeah,
all that social media
all
stuff.
social media.
Okay, we are getting out here and hope you guys have a great day. My name is Mick. I'm joined by James. We are out. Bye-bye.